After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy. Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Deep in the Michigan glove is where you'll find this high-speed facility, testing the limits of both car and driver. Round 18 of the Outlaws Sim Series season is coming up next on Pit Stop TV. Good evening all, and welcome to the virtual Brooklyn, Michigan. Ed Schur is alongside for the call this evening, and Ed, it's a Penske-owned 2-mile D-shaped oval with high speeds, high banks. It's going to give us quite the interesting show tonight. What say you?
Yeah, definitely going to be an interesting show tonight, Emerson. I wouldn't necessarily call it the speedway type of say. I would more than likely call this a super speedway with the kind of speeds we go. You know, most super speedways we reach about over 200 miles an hour on the straightaways, and these drivers will be going into the corners at roughly just about a little under 200 miles an hour. Maybe maxing out at like 198, 199, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, we got multi-groove racing again. We got the bottom, middle, top. Should be an interesting one tonight.
Absolutely, and yeah, we're here. Round 18 of 36 on the Outlaws Sim Series season. This is the last race of the first half of the full season, Ed, and it takes us to here. The Michigan International Speedway. You see all the fastest well, they're not iRacing times that time on the left-hand side. They're usually iRacing times. Fastest times in real life. They're on the left-hand side. You know what, Ed? That is actually crazy. I'm looking at the practice times right now, and I'm looking at the fastest cup time. I know 2014 was the last year we had the 850 horsepower in the cup cars, but holy smokes, a 34.8 is 4 seconds faster than what we're going to be hitting tonight, Ed.
And I believe I remember that race too when he set that 2014. You know, that was when they had the high horsepower package like you mentioned. They were going about roughly over 210 in the corners with the draft too, and the draft was really helpful here. So, I mean, we do have high horsepower in these NextGen cars, but they don't handle as bad as crazy as we used to see back in the day, like as you see back in 2014. But you know, we may see close up to 200 miles an hour, but I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that time. As we see in the practice charts, we're only about 4 seconds off the pace of that record time. So,
right, and again, a pretty simple D-shaped oval. Turn forward to the start-finish line is a little weird. There's a little bit of a weird kind of kink that's not really noticeable in the car, but you'll notice on the track map there, it kind of does bend a little bit more out of forward than in what entering turn 1. A little similar to Charlotte, but again, it's not really that noticeable in the car. For the most part, it's just a normal D-shaped oval. About 24 degrees of banking in the corners, and yeah, that's really what we're going to be dealing with tonight, and cannot wait to see. Again, Ed, there's a lot of question marks on how this next-gen package will be around the Michigan International Speedway in race pace conditions. We're going to find out soon enough. Before we do, let's go and recap the point standings coming into tonight's race. And Jonathan Jennings picked up his third win on the season at Max Service last week at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. 31 points back of Max Service, because Max, although he got absolutely driven away from, he was the second fastest car at New Hampshire. So he'll maintain a 31-point advantage over Jennings. 44 back is where you'll find Seth Berger. 88 back for Seth Fitzpatrick. And we're coming up. This is the last race of the first half of the season. And we're starting to see the winners of the season become top heavy in the point standings. And this is a little bit later than what we're used to. We normally see this kind of happen. Race 9, race 10, we'll see the winners start to really get top heavy in the standings. Right now, the top 5 all have wins. We're still looking for Gilliard and Reeves and Bailey to get wins. And then you're still looking at drivers like Gardner, Solms, Bothwell, St. Clair, all of them to have some decent runs, because that side of the points ad is still very tight. Devin Smith has taken that cut line, but around there's still a whole lot to play for these coming weeks.
Yeah, if I'm looking at one person on that second side of the point sheet that can possibly get a win, Emerson, it's got to be St. Clair.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he came up with a great run last week at New Hampshire, had a great qualifying run, and at his home track, you know, it was a big confidence booster for him. He was running up there with the big boys, you know, and it means a lot when you start putting off consistent finishes. It makes you feel better going into the next couple of weeks. But I look at him, I look at possibly Brad Bothwell, maybe even a Matt Rogers to slide in there, and even, you know, Daniel Molnix has shown signs of trying to have winning speed. Absolutely. He just hasn't been able to put together a full race, you know. So, like you said, any win can bump you instantly into that first sheet of the point standing. So I definitely think this is going to get down to the crunch time as we're past the first halfway of the season. Like you said, Emerson, it's going to be rough for these drivers to possibly get wins, but I'm looking at the top 3, and I don't see any changes happening any further soon.
We talked about it. Oop, that is the wrong graphic there. There it is, our Outlaw schedule. It moved on me, but that's all right. So you can see, yeah, round 18, Michigan, that's where we're at. Right there in the middle of that second column. And what that means, Ed, we're getting down to business time. We got Eldora coming up, Daytona, and Laguna Seca, 3 wild cards. But after that, it's only 5 races to the playoffs, where you really got to get your mindset. You got to really, if you have 3 bad weeks here at Eldora, Daytona, and Laguna Seca, 3 races that a lot of stuff that could be out of your control. These next 5 weeks, after that, are going to be really critical if you're going to make it to Daytona.
Yeah, Emerson, I hate to say this to you, but if anything, I'm looking at these next 3 weeks we got coming up. Absolutely. You can circle all 3 of those next 3 races to be a possible winning situation for anybody that's on the second sheet of that bracket.
Absolutely.
I mean, Eldora, a dirt track, when the last time we went to a dirt race, it was chaos. We had who was it? I believe it was
16 yellows.
Yeah, we had 16 yellow flags, and I believe it was Kyle Lingerfeld that came away with that win, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Who was back in the field tonight, I should add.
Yeah, but, you know, we're going to Eldora next week. These NextGen cars have never even been on Eldora. The only time we've seen NASCAR on Eldora was in the trucks. Then we go to Daytona, which, again, super speedway racing. If we've seen anything but the kind of chaos we had at both iRacing Super Speedway and Talladega in the last coming month, who knows how that's going to be? And then Laguna Seca, again, a road course that is used to mainly GTs and LMP2s and all that, but we're going there with the next-gen cars. Again, a big unknown of how these next-gen cars will drive on this certain track. We don't know what's going to happen. I can pick those next 3 weeks. I don't even know who the heck's going to win. I have no idea. I don't think there's a favorite for any 3 of those tracks coming up in the next 3 weeks, to be honest.
I 100% agree. I think those next 3 weeks, even though they're wild cards, they're going to really mold the playoff structure for the next 5 weeks. And if you're not ready, if you're not geared up for a run through Pocono, Phoenix, Charlotte, Bristol, and Nashville, kiss your playoff chances goodbye. I mean, those are, again, those are 5 of the more closer to normal NASCAR tracks that we see. Bristol's going to be a little chaotic in the next gen car. You and I did a Bristol race last night, Ed, and those things are wild. But definitely, the run to the playoffs, Ed, it's getting really intriguing. But all that, you can avoid a little bit of I guess, problem through the next 3 weeks if you have a good run tonight at Michigan.
Yeah, I think the internal goal is just to make it through those next 3 weeks, to be honest. I mean, just try to finish. I think that's got to be on the goal for everybody's minds in these next 3 weeks. But I think tonight, I think we might see a little bit more aggression. You know, those next 3 weeks coming up with the unknowns of what can happen. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more aggression out of some of these drivers tonight.
So I want to shout out Ed Sherrod, person alongside myself, Emerson Arn, on the call for this evening. And Ed, we do have some partners to thank here at Pit Stop TV, of course. Whiplash Media Sim Cams, the official graphic and camera provider of Pit Stop TV. You have SimRat Market. And SimRat Market, pretty much, you just go to their website, simratmarket.com. And they're going to have base paint schemes that you're going to be able to purchase. And you can then add your own logos, add your own touch to them. But if you're one who wants to look good, who wants to have some style on the racetrack, but either you can't be bothered, or you don't have time, or you don't know how to paint a car on iRacing, head over to SimRat Market. They have some amazing base paint schemes on there, and then you can throw your own logos on there. You can do what you need to do to your car to make it yours, but they give you a brilliant base that you can work on. SimRatMarket.com. Again, you see their commercials on the broadcast now. Check out that website. Brilliant idea, and I should start checking those out myself. I know GT3 cars are really difficult to paint, Ed, and we got Spot coming up. I think I might even check out SimRat Market for a potential base or a GT3 car. And then Permanent Makeup and Cryo Main, of course, you deserve the best care that money can buy. You can contact Permanent Makeup and Cryo Main at permanentmakeupinmain.com, or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. And yeah, so that's what we've got coming into tonight's race. Let's take a look at the practice charts, Ed. I want to say there's some drivers that are making their first start tonight. Kevin Powell, who I just found out is Jonathan Jennings' brother, who's fourth on the charts right now. So he's got a lot of he's got a pretty big name to live up to there.
I wonder if he has that short track expertise like he has with his brother.
You know, I guess it's going to be intriguing to find out when we come to, say, Phoenix. Then Joshua Balliet, who was our longtime race controller, he's back in the field tonight for the first time since last season. Kansas, I'd say, is his most recent start. Tyler Markle, who's on a part-time basis, he's back, and he's a Michigan boy, so I know he's looking to have a good run tonight. Kyle Lingerfeld, on a part-time basis, our Bristol Dirt winner, is back, and he's in that 65 machine. We got a lot of names that we don't normally see in the series making some starts tonight, Ed.
Yeah, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. You know, we got a big field tonight. I love seeing these big fields, so it's going to be a pretty interesting show, to say the least. I'm excited.
Well, I think it's only fitting, Ed, that when we get to it, we got to talk to the home track driver, Tyler Markle. Hey, Tyler. I know you don't really do these interviews, but I did want to kind of grab you because this is Michigan. You've been here before. I know there's a little bit of a more meaning if you were to win here, say, than other tracks. How you feeling tonight?
I'm waiting on the setup from Mel.
Well,
we'll see once I get that setup. I don't know. I'm just hoping to finish tonight, at least. That's the goal. Compared to what happened last week, I felt, pretty okay last week. So, if I get the setup and test it out, it should be okay. Hopefully top 10.
Well, there you go. Now, Tyler, you have been here before. I know it's really hard to say from the stands, if there's anything you can learn. But out of your experiences here, what do you take from this track? And I guess what sticks out to you when you go to Michigan?
Fuel mileage, but I guess the stage racing that's kind of gone at this track. At least from the races that I've gone to.
But you
I don't know.
You could have fuel mileage tonight. There's no stage yellows.
We don't know what the NextGens are going to provide here. We haven't seen them on this track yet. Depending on when you go, like when I went in 2011, those races were pretty fun to watch. Compared to the last couple of years that I've gone to. They haven't been too exciting. Last year was okay. But this year, I don't know. Oh, like Mal finally gave it to me.
Well, we're going to find out where that 42 car is going to go on the board. So I won't keep you any longer, but I will ask then, If you were to get it done tonight, what would it mean to you?
I don't know. I just say thank you to the guys that helped me out. It'd be a first win in a long time. I don't know the last time I won. It might have been the Dover race from, was it last year in the series? Or the Charlotte race in SRN. It's been a long while since I've done anything on iRacing. So, I'd have a blast.
There you go. All right, Tyler, we're going to leave you to. We're going to let you practice. And yeah, best luck to you tonight, and good luck to you at your home track.
Thank you. Hopefully I can get it done.
Yes, sir. Driver of the number 42, Tyler Markle. And I know that was very spontaneous. See, we weren't sure if he was going to make it tonight. He wanted to make it tonight, and then he had to go to do something right before the session opens. So I wasn't sure if he was going to run tonight, and I just saw him register, so I had to pull him up, just knowing that we had the home track boy in-house tonight. So yeah, it's going to be intriguing to see what happens to the 42 Tyler Markle tonight. But Ed, looking at the practice charts, who do you have your eye on? Who would you like to maybe pick their brains about?
You know, I'm going to be picked on, I think, for a little bit for favoritism, but I think I want to pull up driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves, and get an idea of what he's thinking.
Sure. Let's go ahead and bring up driver of the number 22, Jacob Reeves, who, again, he's had a stellar season so far. He just hasn't been able to break through just yet, Ed.
Jacob Reeves, boys in the booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, I got you.
Well, my friend, it's looking pretty good tonight. You know, that 22's on top of the practice charts. Looks like she got some good speed in that blue and pink little EPI little Chevy Camaro there. How's she feeling?
She feeling pretty good. Feeling real good for the start, and starts getting a little bit loose, as we go along. But I'm starting to kind of see everybody having the same problem, so I'm not out of the woods on that. But always fun to come back to Brooklyn. It's where I won my first Xfinity race and official races, so I'm pretty pumped up to be here.
Now, we were just talking pre-race a little bit about the unknowns we got coming with these next 3 weeks. You know, we got Eldora, Daytona, and then Laguna Seca. Is the aggression going to be a little bit higher tonight for you to say possibly get a decent finish with those 3 unknown tracks coming up in the next coming weeks?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I'm not going to change anything that I do. I'm going to race, I'm just going to drive how I've always drove pretty much. And that's just, going for it and trying to, make stuff happen on the fly and, what have you. But, I know Eldora's coming up. I've been running a lot of, dirt races in the dirt program. I know those cars are different than this, but Daytona's itself, and then I've been doing, decent in the road course stuff too. So, I think you're going to be in for quite a show if you're right on board with me for next 4 weeks, counting the night.
Oh, man, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on that 22 machine. I know he had the decent speed the last coming weeks. He had that good, strong running in New Hampshire. I'm looking for the same thing tonight, my friend. Good luck to you tonight.
Appreciate it, bud.
Driver of number 22, Jacob Reeves in the house. And again, out of Last Chance Racing. He's got a good group around him to get something done tonight, Ed. Go for it.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'll jump in. But I just wanted to point out, we kind of look at this place as a speedway, but I think we gotta look a little bit more, Emerson, at like a super speedway. There's guys that have like those high tape, maybe higher speeds possibly. In qualifying, I feel like we might see a little bit more faster than what we're running, and I just think I think it's gonna be a pretty interesting show when we get down to the last coming laps. I think this draft is really as we're looking on board with the 22. You notice how everyone's just gaggled up in this draft, and that's pretty difficult to pass. So it's going to be interesting to see tonight how this works.
Well, another driver out of that group. I said he's got a good group of people around him. I do want to bring up the driver who is looking to make his first Outlaws Sim Series start with us tonight. Driver of the number 93, Kevin Powell. Kevin, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
We're doing fantastic. I want to bring you up because I wanted to see. I know some of the guys in here, they've raced with you before, but we haven't. So we want to kind of get a little bit of a feel for Kevin Powell before we see you out on the track again. You seem pretty sporty out there. You were up top of the charts earlier today. You're still in the top 4. What's the group you've been working with like, and how are you feeling coming into tonight's race?
I've been working with Last Chance Racing probably going on a year now. Even though I haven't been participating in the races, we've been having like team practice and everything. So, I help them with setups and everything and give them some feedback and vice versa. I'm feeling pretty good. Nerves are a little on edge because it's the first race of a new league, so we'll see how it goes.
Right on. And again, tonight, I know you don't really know all of the drivers in here yet, but gauging on practice so far and however much info you can take from today's practice, how are you feeling? What kind of a result would you be content leaving today with? And what are you looking forward to in that race?
Honestly, I would love to get a top 10, but if I could just bring the car home in one piece, that would be happy. I think it's going to come down to tire management. I don't think fuel mileage is going to be such an issue. I think it's going to be tire management and, controlling your... Yeah, we're out here running these 34s, 38 4s, 38 3s, but you can't do that in a race. You're going to burn that right front up, and then you're going to push straight up to the wall. So it's going to be who can conserve their tires the most.
Right on. And now you're here making your Outlaws Sim Series start. So we'll leave you to it anyway. Best luck to you tonight. Welcome to the Outlaws Sim Series. Hopefully it treats you well. And yeah, hopefully we'll talk to you a little later on, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Kevin. And how about that? Newcomer to the series, Kevin Powell, driver of the number 93 machine. And Ed, always like newcomers to the series, especially we've struggled with car count the past couple weeks admittedly, so it's always great to add some new faces into the mix, Ed.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I like his confidence already. He's mentioned he's been building setups for those guys at Last Chance for about a year, so I definitely think we have to keep our eye on him. I mean, they brought a lot of speed, and we saw last week with Jonathan Jennings how fast he was. So I definitely got to keep our eye on that 93 machine. So it'll be interesting to watch him tonight. He's got both him and his brother in the top 5 right now. So bringing some good speed to Michigan.
Well, we got 2 minutes left, so we still have time for one more interview. I think I might throw this on you a little bit, but
I have a feeling who it is, though. I have a feeling.
It might be fun because we haven't interviewed him in quite a while. He hasn't made a start since last season. Ed, go ahead and talk to him.
Mr. Joshua Balliet, welcome to the broadcast booth, my friend. How's it feel to be back in a race car?
So it's all right. This isn't one of my best tracks, so just getting some reps.
Is there any special inquiry about why you're running this SpongeBob SquarePants machine, or is this just a last-minute thing where, it's a nice-looking car, though.
It's the best show ever made. I don't know what you're talking about.
Best show? Okay, gotcha.
Quoted every day. Quoted every day.
But, we got about roughly a little over a minute left in practice. How are you feeling about your chances tonight to possibly sneak out a win?
A win, but, maybe a top 5. The car is pretty tight. I've been trying to loosen it up the whole practice. Still a little tight on center.
Yeah, we were told by your teammate over there, Marco, he was waiting for you to get the setup to him, but he was saying how he was waiting on you. He didn't know exactly how to tell us how he was going to do tonight, but I figured you would know a little bit more than he would about how good the setup is for you guys. But, I would like to see you back on the track, my friend. I enjoy racing with you, doing everything else, so it's nice to see you doing a little bit of racing here. So I'm just going to let you go, and I wish you good luck tonight, my friend, and we'll be watching you out there.
Big thank Holmes.
Driver of number 7, Joshua Balliet, driver who made the championship 4 in his first season, ran a part-time schedule last season, was a race controller for the beginning part of this season, and he just had some things come up, started working, wasn't sure if he was going to be able to continue it on, actually ended up getting tonight free, and we'll see how many more starts he makes this season. But Balliet back in the Outlaws Sim Series, Malenko, we know him as here in the Outlaws Sim Series, so great to have him back. But practice has come to a close, Ed, and that means we are getting ready to get into Pratt, Tile, and Stone Pole Award qualifying. And once again, Pratt, Tile, and Stone, serving Central Vermont, since 2005. And well, the track is open for business, so let's see who will be the first driver to head on out here. It's actually driver number 7, Joshua Balliet.
And we see him coming up on the track. I'm going to be curious to see what these drivers do for their opening lap. If it's going to be like a high lane, possibly all the way around on their first lap, or if it's just going to be going all out in the first lap. I'm not sure. I don't know if we have a little. I wish I had a little bit more information on this track. I haven't really seen much of it yet on iRacing with these next gen cars yet. This is the first time I think we've seen it. Both you and me, I believe.
A lot of these drivers would say the same thing.
Yeah,
so
it's
a
just
learning
the
experience
unknown.
for everybody tonight.
Yeah, well, if we're going to go off of anything like we raced last night, the tire wear was interesting, but I don't think we're going to have that issue tonight. But let's see as Joshua Belliet crosses the line coming into turns 1 and 2, see what he kind of makes up here going up to the... Oh, looks like he's going to try to full send it to the bottom. Maybe there might be a first lap quality. We'll see what happens here.
We'll check back in. Oh, he'll pop the wall nearly. They're out of 2. We'll check back in with Balliet. Let's ride on board with debutant Kevin Powell in the 93.
Is that a word, debutant?
Debutant, I'm pretty sure.
Is it? I have to look that one up to correct you, but yeah, nice looking red and black Ford Mustang. You know I love these Ford Mustang paint schemes. These Ford Mustangs always look so nice with any kind of color, but coming down here to make his, I believe his opening lap, I would have to say. Oh no, that was his first lap, 39.3.
Yep.
A little bit off the pace from what we've seen so far on the charts. Brad Buffalo and Tyler Markle both made their first laps. They're both in the 38-second mark, but I think that might be a little bit to what I was talking about earlier, Emerson, to where he's just taking his time on the first lap and then giving it all on the second, maybe.
We'll see what Devin Smith runs here in the number 95 machine. Devin Smith, a one-time winner in the Outlaws Sim Series, looking for a second. Jennings goes top of the chart. Devin Smith, 1 lap complete. He goes 7th quickest.
Yeah, a little bit different from Devin Smith. We're usually seeing him in a Chevy, I believe, and now he's in a Toyota. And this is one guy I want to keep my eye on, Emerson, to be honest with you. The 22, Jacob Reeves. This I just feel like this track fits his kind of style of racing from what I've seen from him this season. And plus showing how fast he was in practice, this might be a heater here.
We patiently await Jacob Reeves on the end of his first timed lap to the start-finish line for the 22 machine. And it'll be a 38.653. Third for the 22. And that's just his first lap.
Yeah, who knows how much speed he can carry up on this second lap. Going into turns 1 and 2, really keeping the power down in that middle lane. But then we're on board here with our league owner, Adam Gardner. Going into turns 1 and 2, I believe this is his second lap. First lap, he ran a 38.737, which put him 6th fastest. Seth Berger is also out on track. He just went 4th quickest with a 6.58. Only about 5/1,000ths off the pace of the 22, Jacob Reeves. So here comes Adam Gardner going into turns 3 and 4, completing his second lap. Wrapping that bottom pretty well. Yeah, really, really well. And I wonder if he's going to cut the apron here. Usually you see people cut the apron to carry off a little bit more speed. Just goes about 6/1,000ths of a second faster than his previous lap. So not a bad lap there for Mr. Adam Gardner.
Not bad at all. And how about this? Ed, what is, well, this weekend's going to be a long weekend for some people. For most people, it is 4th of July weekend. Seth Berger decided to bust out the patriotic machine. And, yeah, beautiful looking Berger's car. Put it 4th quickest so far on the charts.
And just show appreciation. We just want to say thank you to all those vets out there who proudly served our country. You know, this is a special weekend for them, and we just want to show our appreciation to them for everything they've done for us, giving our freedom and everything. And Seth Berger, with, of course, the great paint scheme he has with the 4th of July. This usually is my favorite type of the weekend, too. 4th of July just means a lot for everybody, even in the NASCAR community, you know. Who doesn't love racing and barbecue and fireworks, Emerson? I mean, seriously, what a great mixture.
A beautiful combination of activities and things. It's a great time. Here we have the 96 of Matt Rogers, the Boba Bowl Toyota Camry. Say that one 10 times fast.
I'm not gonna do that. That would probably, that's definitely a tongue twister.
I love boba tea, so I'm gonna have to check out Boba Bowl and see what they're all about. Matt Rogers, he is on his third timed lap, rocketing down the back straight. We have a few more drivers getting out onto the track. We have Stutzman, St. Cure, and Molnix, who have yet to start a timed lap, and they're out there. So we still got some times to come, but Boffel currently top of the charts. Now, Ed, if you don't know, this is a morning race. So the track started cooler and is getting warmer. So, contrary to what we usually do, I think drivers are figuring out it's probably better to go early.
Yeah, definitely. But if this gets hotter, it's gonna make it even more slicker.
That's
so
correct.
It's gonna be interesting to see how it ends up. As we gotta keep an eye on that temp as we're getting down to the race here. You know, we got a good old 120 laps here at the good old Michigan Speedway. So we have to look at that. But I'm definitely wanting to look at this. I was gonna say I got 3 drivers on my mind right now. Yeah, I got 3 drivers on my mind right now that can possibly take the top of that pole. I think this is definitely one of them with Andrew St. Cor. I'm definitely also looking at Kyle Lingerfeld and Jeremiah Stutzman, who all had pretty fast times in practice. But I definitely think Andrew St. Cor. I'm a little curious with this, but I was expecting more drivers to do this, but I think he read my mind. Possibly gaining as much speed as you can off the corner. I mean, he's going to carry a lot of speed down in these corners now. I'm just hoping he can make it stick. You know, when you do all this, you have to really power it in here in the 1 and 2 and make it stick the bottom. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but we'll see here. Is he going to be able to make the bottom work, or is he going to try the middle?
This is lap 2, so he might be putting all his eggs in the basket for lap 3. We'll catch back up with him in a sec. Let's catch up with Stutzman, who's let's see, he's coming out of turn 4 right now to the start finish line to finish his second timed lap. Stutzman across the line.
4th quickest.
Wow. The steamer, and he's still got one more lap.
I think it has to do with the Joey Logano paint. You know, Joey Logano has a lot of success here, and you know, with the Ford dealer or the Ford company down the road from Michigan, you know, they always enjoy when the Ford goes to victory lane. So I definitely would understand why Jeremiah is running this Logano Pennzoil paint scheme. So maybe it'll bring us some good luck. You know, he did get the win at iRacing Super Speedway done a couple of weeks ago, and this kind of fits into that kind of style, but it's a little bit more turning. So see what happens here for him.
Stutzman does not improve on that lap, but let's check out Andrew St. Cor. This is what I'm be wanting to watch.
I believe this is his 3rd lap now.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. Coming down. He's carrying a lot more speed than I see most drivers.
38.8 will not bode too well for Andrew St. Cor, but there was an attempt, and there's still 2 minutes left out there. Some drivers can still get out there and run a lap. Derek McMurtry, he's on the pit lane.
Yeah, Derek McMurtry's just sitting on pit road right now.
He has a chance to still get out there and run one timed lap. I don't see him moving, though, so he may be electing not to. If he doesn't move in the next 10 seconds, I don't think he'll be able to get a lap in.
Very nice paint scheme, by the way. I like the Lowe's look. I like what he's trying to go with the Ricky Stenhouse type look, where you see where he has the Lowe's painted all the way almost to the bottom of the hood.
Yeah, I was kind of questioning the sponsorship placement on that car, but you know what? I guess it gets the job done. Yeah, he will not take a time out to the track. That's going to pretty much do it for qualifying with a minute left here, Ed. And we'll go ahead and I mean, this is our last chance to debate, to predict what kind of race we're going to have tonight, Ed. Again, we had kind of a pack race at Auto Club earlier on in the season. Do you think we're going to have that kind of racing tonight? Some drivers are expecting more pack race. Some drivers are expecting this to spread out. What are you thinking? Final prediction.
I think it's gonna be more. I think it's gonna be more packed. You know, from what I've seen in practice, it seems like the draft is really dependent here. I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of group packed racing and see some interesting, maybe less passing. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how aggressive we get here. I just think, I don't know. I hate to say it, Emerson. I think we're looking at more of a super speedway type look tonight.
Intriguing. You know, I'd like to think that we're going to have pack racing. I think we're going to have pack racing definitely for the first 10, 15, 20 laps. But I think after long enough, this field is going to get sort of spread out. But well, we'll see. I think the tires are going to wear enough to make it a non-pack race. We're going to go ahead and find out as it is time to get to our starting lineup for tonight's race. And Ed, how about that? Our Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award winner, the driver who had 6 poles last season, finally breaks through and gets a pole. Brad Bothwell, how about it? Good for him. Finally breaking through to get his pole. It'll be inside of row 1, and the Pratt Tile and Stone Pole Award win for Brad Bothwell. And again, once again, Pratt Tile and Stone, serving Central Vermont since 2005. Jacob Reeves will start P2 to his outside. Row number 2 will be the 91 of Jonathan Jennings, the 71 of Jeremiah Stutzman. Row 3, it'll be the 44 of Daniel Monix, the 77 of Seth Berger. That was row 3. Row 4, Mike Petrin in the 41, a good qualifying position for him. The 93 of Kevin Powell, the debutant, starts 8th. Row number 5, it'll be the 96 of Matt Rogers, the 11 of Scott Bailey.
Yeah, in row 6, we got the lead owner Adam Garner alongside the home native Tyler Markle in 12th. Row 7, the 82, Adrian Schumacher still looking for that win on an oval that's not a road course or super speedway, alongside with Seth Fitzpatrick, the most consistent finisher we had recently. Row number 8, Max Service, the points leader. Next to him in the 12, Andrew St. Court coming off a good finish at New Hampshire. Row number 9, Matthew Setzer in the 5, alongside usually the race control person, Joshua Balliet, who's making his return in 18th. Then row 10, we got Devin Smith in the 95, alongside him, the 84, Derek McMurtry.
Row number 11, you'll find the 33 of James Gilliard, the 69 of John Mickey. Row 12, it'll be the 45 of Julio Villalobos. Glad to see him returning back to the Outlaws Sim Series. And Kyle Lingerfeld in the 65 also, making a one-off start here at the Michigan International Speedway. Row 13, it'll be the 16 of Eric Peck and the 67 of Doug Solms. And that is our 26-car grid for tonight's race, Ed. And I'm stoked that we have a 26-car grid on our hands tonight. But Ed, let's go and talk about that weather that we were just mentioning. There it is. 79 degrees is the track temp right now, Ed. 70.3 degrees is the air temp. The winds very calm out of the southwest. 2 miles an hour out of the southwest for that. And this is going to increase throughout the day, throughout the morning. And we're going to see these drivers start to struggle for grip later on in this race. You heard drivers really struggling with tight setups there in our pre-race interviews, Ed. Well, they're going to get looser throughout the day.
Yeah, and I was looking. In qualifying, it was at 77 degrees, and it's slowly but surely going up there. You know, once we crack up close to the mid-80s to high or low 90s, it's going to start to slicken up out there. So these drivers are going to have to pay attention and get comfortability with the car, maybe make some adjustments possibly. You know, we haven't really seen a lot of drivers make these kind of adjustments on the fly, so we'll see what happens, who have the best car in the end. Maybe it'll be somebody that's in the back of the pack that ends up making the right call and possibly making their way to the front of the field.
Well, here we go. Once again, it is the 31 of Brad Bothwell. 6 poles last season. It took him 18 races the following season to get a pole, but he's finally got it done. And the 31 of Brad Bothwell is going to lead the field to the restart zone. The Pace iRacing.com safety vehicle is off in the safety of pit lane. The field in the hands of Brad Bothwell in the restart zones are enabled tonight. Green flag is in the air. We're racing from Michigan. Side by side to the start-finish line, and it'll be the 91 of Jonathan Jennings leading across the line on the opening lap. Still battling it out with Brad Bothwell.
And I'm hearing over radio control, I think the 22 has a black flag for jumping the start.
Oh,
I think he has a drive-through penalty, possibly. I'm not entirely sure, but I keep hearing, yep, 22 drive-through penalty for on the restart violation. So, oh, this might be a killer for the 22, but how about the start that Jonathan Jennings had? He was looking to the inside just about for the lead off of turns 2, but Brad Bothwell said, no. I'll take what's mine. I'm going to the front, and I'll see you all later.
Well, let's go ahead and look at this and see if we can get a look. So here we go with the pace car. The restart zone, again, they're in effect tonight. And let's go ahead and see if we can figure out what happened. The 22, again, he's on the outside of front row. And again, the field is green lights actually dictates the initial start of this race.
Yeah, it was hard to see from there when Brad was going. I don't know if maybe it's like that inch from the 22. Yeah, I think the 22 maybe was ahead by an inch. Maybe that's what did it. I'm not sure. It was close. Again, we're still learning about these rules on the fly. Absolutely. You know, that restart zone is really, really tricky to get used to right now. So these drivers are still have to get used to it. As we see the 22 coming off a pit exit after serving his penalty. The leaders are just coming into the middle of turns 1 and 2 now. So they'll probably be getting to Jacob Breeze here momentarily and putting him a lap down, which is unfortunate. But you know, they still got a long way to go. 120 laps, and we're only 4 laps into this. And Brad Bothwell and Daniel Molnix, who had a great start from 5th up to 2nd, looking to possibly make a move to the lead here.
Absolutely. And it looks like we have a scoring glitch. We're going to go ahead and have our graphics reset, but we'll still get you the coverage coming around. Again, we're coming around to lap 5 here of 120, and it's Molnix who goes to the race lead. A big push there from Jonathan Jennings.
And Jonathan Jennings looks really strong right now, and I'm looking behind them. The 77 of Seth Berger and the 93 of Kevin Powell also lurking in the mirror. But Jonathan Jennings still is a clear kindly of the 31 of Brad Bothwell. But Daniel Molnix is out front leading this race. Now Seth Berger looks to the outside of Jonathan Jennings, who's slowly but surely making his way back to the pack. This is like I said in the pre-race, Emerson, this is more going to be like a draft, where the draft is going to be really desperate here for these drivers. Once you're out by yourself and you have no help, you're just going to be sailing right to the back of the pack.
You know what, Seth Berger, he's not the only Swift car coming up to the pack. I saw Tyler Markle there in the 8th position, working his way forward. So Seth, he might have a teammate join him up here in just a moment as Bothwell to the inside, trying to reclaim the race lead.
Yeah, he tried to put the power down in the exit, but couldn't quite get clear. Now Chesterton in the 77. 77's going to try to cross him over to the inside. Possibly put the power down here in the 3 and 4. We're going to have to try to maybe work a slide job to try to get clear, but I don't think he's going to have the room. Daniel Molnix is going to pull down and try to help the 77 get clear. This is going to be like Daniel Molnix possibly working like a super speedway. Work the lines. Work where you think the line is going to get most of the run, but it looks like Seth Berger right now is just going to be working his way back as Jonathan Jennings now works around him to get outside again to take 3rd place back.
Right, and so we did have the scoring glitch there, but we're all worked out now, so you got our scoring correct on the left side of your screen. Seth Berger there battling to the inside of Jonathan Jennings and cleared by Jennings. So Berger falls back there in the 4th position. Tyler Markle, Adrian Schumacher working their way up here as well. Schumacher maybe trying to work to the inside of Tyler Markle. They are teammates this time around. But everybody's starting to line up here, and this is more or less what I expected out of Michigan. Kind of what we saw in the Gen 6 car, where you kind of have everybody line up, and the inside lane starts to become really difficult to use if you don't have a very strong car. Molnix gets cleared by Bothwell, but nearly in the outside wall, and around goes Tyler Markle. Oh, catch it. Wow. He'll continue on. He'll lose some positions. He only lost about 4 positions, actually.
Oh, Brett Bothwell's in the fence.
Bothwell losing time as Jonathan Jennings takes the race lead. Scott Bailey shoots to the bottom of the track. He puts himself into the top 5.
How about Kevin Powell? He just shot himself all the way to the apron, making passes all the way down there.
How about it? So Jonathan Jennings picking right up where he left off. Tyler Markle loses more positions, down to 14.
Oh, I see a car going around in the back. Oh, no, it was Adam Gardner. He got loose. Sorry, excuse me.
Tyler Markle is losing time on the outside, really off the pace here. Did you say cores in the wall?
And losing time a little bit, but I think he looks okay. With this new damage model, you can take the kind of licks that you think you can on these walls, and it won't do much, but you gotta be careful not to do it multiple times, though.
Here we go.
Now
Check this out.
Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Seth Berger and Jonathan Jennings fighting for the lead here. I like what I see right now from both these cars right now. They both look really good in traffic.
Seth just
Now
trying to get to his quarter.
Daniel Molnix is lurking back here. He's getting a little bit of draft from Jonathan Jennings. I don't know if he's going to be able to do anything with Seth Berger, but he's just going to be behind him, I think. If anything, I think Daniel Molnix might help Seth Berger try to get around him. I think they're in a hurry to try to get around him.
Berger wants to take it. But not able to get down there. So Jennings running the high side, and that's something I was not necessarily expecting. The high side to be in excessive use. I mean, really high side. I'm talking about like that fourth lane high side.
Yeah, we're about in the fence just about Seth Berger. Oh, he has to get out of it a little. He didn't feel comfortable up there. Now Seth Fitzpatrick's going to work to the bottom along with Scott Bailey in that new paint scheme. How about a new paint scheme for Scott Bailey? The Budweiser look in that 11 car. I thought that was the Kevin Powell for a second, but it was Scott Bailey actually.
It was
that
Scott Bailey that was the apron.
He's a nice looking car, but he's going to try to slide up with Seth Berger. 3 wide.
Fitzpatrick, a moment near contact. I think they did make contact.
Yeah, remember how I said this is going to be passive for a little bit, Emerson? I don't think we're going more to the passive part.
But what we are seeing is kind of the field is spreading out a little bit. Some due to mistakes, but others just losing touch with this lead pack.
And one thing I'm really surprised to see, Jacob Brees has actually pulled away by himself from this pack. Like, they're not gaining on him at all, which is what I'm really surprised about. Yeah. Jacob Brees is further ahead. He's about going into, from what I can see right now, 3 and 4.
Well, he had his penalty.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. He's pulling away from the pack, so he's not going to be a lap down.
Oh, I've not noticed that, no. Well, so he's able to actually run the inside lane. Jennings has to protect from the pack, so he has to run the outside lane.
You know the bigger thing with this outside lane, Emerson?
What's that?
Eating up more gas.
That's fair. And so even though you have an extra gallon of fuel in these NASCAR NextGen vehicles, does that get countered by running the outside lane the entire fuel run?
I'm not sure, but I would imagine these drivers are somewhat thinking in their back of their head, if we're going to keep running this outside, they're going to have to think about fuel saving a little bit, you know. This kind of pack with the draft, you would think, I hear
Schumacher
a ton
in the
of
wall.
cars. I was going to say, I hear somebody hitting the wall back there.
And Schumacher
right now,
got it bad.
Seth Berger's on the inside of Daniel Molnix, and Scott Bailey's looking to get by Kevin Powell on the inside, too. We got 2x2 right here in the front of the pack.
They're packed up. Jennings is nearly a second clear. So Berger working to the inside of Molnix, but they've got to sort it out.
Yeah, I think Seth at this rate just has to try to get in behind him, and possibly they have to try to gain on Jonathan James. But it looks like Kevin Powell's going to shut the door on the 77 possibly as he's working his way up here in the mix to get behind the 44 Daniel Molnix. But back into this picture again, the 11 of Scott Bailey and the 2 of Seth Fitzpatrick. They're both lurking as well. But I don't like this position. Clear. I don't like this position for the 77 at all. He ain't going to be able to get clear unless he side drafts really hard here. But here comes a shot the 93 is about to give to the 44 to get him clear basically of the 77.
Jennings continues to gap the pack of cars side drafting one another.
Yeah, I think Seth is starting to realize they got to try to focus up here and try to get to Jonathan Jennings, but he's still trying to get after Daniel Molnix here. I think he just thinks he has a better car than Daniel Molnix right now, and I don't know to say the certain, but I think he can get clear. He just needs a little bit of help, but this 93 Kevin Powell keeps giving the shove to the 44 in the straightaways, helping him get clear, and this will definitely help him get clear. The 93 gives him a huge shove going down the first straightaway.
Now Seth has no choice but to get in line or be sent further back, but actually he sends it to the bottom, and Bailey is looking to slot in there.
Look at the contact. 77 got loose.
Should
a little contact with the 93.
Our stage points will be awarded at the completion of lap 24 and 54 tonight. So this is going to be intriguing. Oh, Berger has a moment.
Couple of moments.
Berger and Schumacher. Berger has dropped from the session slot. Well, Berger's back. Berger's looking big time. Schumacher had one moment. Berger he's now got to worry about that more than anything.
And how about the 11? Well, around the outside of the 93 and 77. Now Seth Berger's going to get back up on this top lane. Now Kevin Powell's going to be the lone victim on the bottom, but the 11 had to check up out of it really big on the top, carrying way too much speed into the corner, but the 93 is going to get back to his door.
All the while, Jonathan Jennings has a 2-second advantage on the field.
It's like New Hampshire all over again.
I just don't get it.
Holy cow, Scott Bailey just sent it down to the bottom to get clear of the 44. He's going to try to slide up as the 44 going to cross him over on the exit. They're going to have a huge run.
They're going to continue to race.
Now, where does everybody else go? The 11's a little bit more slower than the rest of this field. Seth Fitzpatrick's going to lay off and stay behind him.
Everybody's still racing one another as Jennings continues to open the gap. It's 2.1, 2.2 seconds and counting. Powell to the inside of Molnix. Bailey pushing Molnix to get by Powell. Fitzpatrick up high. Berger down low behind.
Yeah, Powell's going to have help in a moment. Seth Berger's trying to get there to help the 93 even get to the bottom. I'm really surprised. You would think, seeing this 91 pole away, they would just get in line and just try to catch him. But these guys are just consistent about racing each other right now.
So Seth trying to slot in potentially now, and it's Powell. Jonathan Jennings' brother in second. And I'd imagine Powell would want to try to chase down his brother. Maybe they can have a little bit of a battle, and Powell would look for bragging rights in the family.
And I'm going to be curious to see what happens here. We had them just about all lined up here, but Scott Bailey had a moment on the top. It's going to slot in, and Adrian Schumacher's going to give a shove to his teammate in the 77 to help him get around him possibly. But we got side-by-side again at the front. Seth Fitzpatrick on the inside, Scott Bailey, and Daniel Molnix trying to get around Kevin Powell. Now Seth Fitzpatrick's going to try to get there as Daniel Molnix gets clear of the 93.
Molnix back clear to the lead of this pack, but it's 2.5 seconds and gaining or losing time to Jennings. Well, this is all important, Ed. This is all battling for stage points. The various stage points within the top 10, they're losing sight of the potential race victory.
Yeah, and you know that the stage victory means a lot more than just all these second, third, fourth, and fifth stage points. I'm just really surprised to see what I'm seeing right now. Emerson, I would think that they would just try to catch him, but I don't know if they just think that they're just slower than each other in front, or if they want to try to get the faster cars, or if they just, I don't know. I'm really have a head-scratching moment here to understand what's going on here between these drivers.
Real quick, I want to mention, with 2 laps to go in stage 1, Max Service is not in stage points. He has a 33-point advantage over Jonathan Jennings coming into today's race. That is now going to be 23.
Oh, in contact between the 56 and the 96. Adam Gardner thought he could try to pull a slide job on Matt Rogers.
Oh, Matt Rogers
goes around.
And what a save! Great stuff.
Wow.
It is 31 points, the point advantage Jennings has. Matt Rogers, he still has a shot at stage points because he was so far ahead of the gap of the field.
Yeah, we got 3 wide going on in front here. Kevin Powell, Scott Bailey, Seth Berger fighting for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Kevin Powell barely squeezes in front of the 11.
One lap to go in stage 1. This is all battles for points amongst one another.
Oh, Scott's going to try it again. He's going to try to send it down in the corner, but I don't think he's going to be able to get clear. The 93 is going to have to run on the top. He's going to try to get up there and side draft them. He ain't going to be close enough, though. The 8-2 behind them is going to give a shove to his teammate. to get by the 11.
All this goes on as Jonathan Jennings rounds turns 3 and 4, and he will cruise to an easy stage 1 victory. Jonathan Jennings wins stage 1, and it's a dogfight behind. Berger nabs Bailey at the line. 5th for Berger, Bailey 6th, Schumacher 7th, Gardner 8th, Rogers 9th, and Balliet on his return. He will score 1 point. You start off tonight's race.
Yeah, and Seth Fitzpatrick got around Daniel Mullenix for that second spot, so he gets second place points or stage points. But Daniel Mullenix now looks to the inside of him, going down to the corners. Oh man, Marco's having a handful right now.
Let's give this series its proper credit so far. We've now ran. Well, we've ran last week caution free. 2 weeks before that, we ran Texas caution free. So if you take out iRacing Super Speed, I mean, we've had 2 caution free races this month. Are we potentially looking for a third? Why I say that is because while we've had a lot of racing action very close to one another, all the spins or all the near spins have all been easily caught.
Yeah, Scott Bailey, man, he's wheeling that thing right now. He was 3 wide with Seth and Kevin Powell again, and just about lost it off corner exit and catched it yet again.
Oh, baby, we got some action back here. Service and Bothwell. Both losing spots out there to John Mickey. I mean, these boys are worried about one another a little too much.
Yeah, Bothwell was our pole sitter, by the way.
Oh, remember, he got the wall.
Yeah, he got the wall, but still, our pole sitter's all the way back at 13th right now.
Well, this, unfortunately, is not new. Oh, Gilliard nearly pops the wall. But we saw Brad Bothwell. He got 1 win last season at Charlotte. But before that, he would get the pole several times. And after not even be in the top 10 at the end of stage 1. This is, unfortunately, not new for Brad Bothwell when it comes to qualifying on pole.
And Scott Bailey's looking to the inside of Adrian Schumacher right now. Adam Gardner got by both of these guys. Now looking to the inside of Seth Berger, as Seth Berger tries to make it 3 wide with Kevin Powell. Back to 2 wide now with Adam Gardner. Scott Bailey slides up in front of Adrian Schumacher, but again, Adrian's going to have the momentum on the top. And Scott Bailey's been trying this slide job over and over again, but oh boy.
Well,
Jeremiah Stutzman on pit road.
Meanwhile, Ed, it took you about 10 seconds to notice it, but Jeremiah Stutzman coming down the pit lane. And we're going to have the brains, the cogs in these brains start to turn as I see the strategy guru take 2 to pit lane.
I wonder, did he take 2 or 4 tires? I wasn't watching. I'm pretty sure he took 4. Yeah, I would have imagine you take 4 tires in this situation.
Ed, this is something we saw at Road America in the MPI Cup Series this past Sunday. I know you weren't there.
Oh, caution's out.
Caution on the speedway. Adam Gardner has gone around.
And the 11 to Scott Bailey.
And I'll explain my point in just a second, Ed. We'll go back and watch the replay of the incident. And I'll explain not only what Jeremiah Stutzman just did. Well, he's a lap down for what it's worth. But we'll go ahead and catch the replay and see what happened to Adam Gardner and Scott Bailey. We'll watch that first, of course. So here it is, Adam Gardner. We get a nice overhead view. That 56 machine, Scott Bailey in the bright red Budweiser machine. And off of turn 2, Gardner sideways.
Oh, overcorrects it.
Overcorrects into Bailey. The caution comes out. Oh, the back coming through.
Oh my.
Wow.
I think minimal damage for Scott Bailey. I think Adam Gardner may have got the worst of that.
And why this is now... Well, this is intriguing now that Stutzman's a lap down. But what Stutzman did, and what we saw during the MPI Cup race, is it was a 45-lap race at Road America. And it was a 2-stop race. But drivers only changed tires once in that race. We saw double stinting of tires happen in the MPI Cup race. And it mind boggles me because Jeremiah Stetson's pit stop time was 11 seconds. That
And
is.
I saw the rights just go up.
That I was
So
like,
it's just right sides.
I was like, it could have been just right sides.
Oh, Kevin Powell just went straight through his box. He missed the box.
It could have been just right sides. And again, a full 4-tire stop is going to take anywhere from 13 to 15 seconds. So he took fuel only and 2 rights. Down and away, it's Molnix winning the race off pit road. Was it?
Wow.
It might have been Jennings.
Oh, I think Jennings got it.
Wow, that was close.
Oh, man. Now, this is going to be interesting, Emerson, because guess who gets back into the mix here?
Well, everybody. That isn't Jonathan Jennings.
I know everybody, but guess who the one person that needed that desperately gets back in the mix?
Who?
The guy that started outside pole.
Oh,
Jacob Reeves.
Right, yeah, he gets back into the lead pack. Everybody learns their cars a little bit. But all that goes on, Ed. We do have a potential. Well, we do have a potential. We have a stage winner to talk to. Let's go ahead and bring on up driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings. And what ended up kind of being a bizarre stage 1. From your point of view, Jonathan, how was stage 1?
Oh, it went perfect for me.
It certainly looked like it. Did you know that you had a car powerful enough, or that the draft was going to work in a way where if cars behind you got side by side, you were going to be able to pull away?
I didn't think until after maybe 10, 15 laps that the handling come into effect that we would start to separate, but I didn't have any idea I would be the one to pull away.
And while y'all are on the Wonder Green, so just want real quick, what's your plan in stage 2 now that the group is packed up again?
Just try to keep my car out front and keep the clean air and try to ease away again, hopefully.
Right on. Well, Jonathan, are y'all on the Wonder Green? Actually, the
The
lights are
light
back on.
green. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll ask one more question then. Well, I had one of them. But how it is this the race you kind of expected? I know there's been a lot of talk about whether this race was going to be a pack race, if it wasn't. What it started to seem like is it starts off as a pack race, and then about 10-15 laps in, the field starts to spread out. Is this more or less what you predicted, or what kind of racing did you expect coming into today?
Well, up until practice, I expected it to be pack racing, but once I got to working on the car, I realized after about a quarter of the fuel load was gone, the handling came into effect, and had to really do some changes to up the car on the later run.
Right on. Well, Jonathan, you are the race leader. You have 26 laps left to your name. You'll be starting inside. You nearly bleed out Molnix did. Did you know you had him there at pit exit?
No, it was close.
Right on. Well, we're going to leave you to it, Jonathan. Best luck to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you a little later on, man.
All right, thank you.
Driver of the number 91, Jonathan Jennings, and our stage 1 winner. Pulling away from the lead pack at Michigan, Ed.
Oh, yeah, he did. He gave us a little bit of a glimpse of New Hampshire all over again, but... Oh, man.
You bet these boys have learned their lesson from stage 1, though, right?
You would really think they would. You would think, but I just don't see it again.
Well,
I really don't. To say
we're going to find out. Ed, let's take a look at the weather. Track temp's already up to 83.
Oh, she's getting toasty. I'm telling you, once she gets around that 85 to close to 90 region, we're going to see some more slipping and sliding, I feel like.
You heard?
See, we...
Well, go for it.
No, I was saying, we always see it already, but we may see it a little bit more often.
I was going to say, Jennings said a quarter to fuel load and the handling starts to come into effect. That might happen earlier as the track temp rises. And the iRacing.com safety car heads down to the safety of pit lane, the restart zone for the first time in Outlaws Sim Series history. the iRacing platform is enabled, and we're racing once again from Michigan. Looks like all clean on the first restart with the restart zone.
And how about the jump from Seth Berger?
How about it? A huge run on Jennings. All right, up to the rear end. Everybody's singling it out. Everybody trying to figure it out. Berger sizing up Jennings, but you know he's not going to be able to just send it down there. Jennings sends it down there.
That's surprising. And the whole field behind him stays in the middle. Oh, we got some action going on way further in the back, too. Adrian Schumacher's dicing his way through this field along with Jacob Breeze. He's going to make it 3 wide, possibly, with James Gilliard and Matt Rogers. But Seth is all over the back of Jonathan Jennings, looking to possibly make a move on the leader, make his way, get to the front. But I'm looking up here for a little bit further. Max Service is back up here in the top, is in the top 10 for the first time.
Joshua Ballietta's up here.
Joshua Ballietta's up here. Derek McMurtry. Brad Buffalo's back in the top 10. We got a lot of new contenders up here in this top 10, Emerson.
And Seth Berger, he's as close as he ever has been to Jennings. Looking to see where he can make this move. Jennings holds station on the top side of the racetrack.
Yeah, I don't think Seth's going to be able to do it unless he has some help. If he's able to get a good run on Jonathan Jennings, get to the back bumper of him possibly, take that run, possibly side draft him, but Jonathan's doing everything he can right now to protect. He's doing a great job running this bottom. Look how much of a gap he makes up on Seth as he closes up on the exit, but Seth gets it all back running that top lane. But now he's going to have to show from Seth Fitzpatrick pushing him that might help him be able to possibly get clear Jonathan Jennings, and even Daniel Molnix is into the picture.
But I don't think Fitzpatrick would help Berger get to the lead.
He got loose. I saw it. The rear tires were just about going on him. He's pushing. Daniel Molnix has a great car today, and we've seen him contending for this lead, even top 2, as he now goes fastest, quickest. I'm telling you, Emerson, we got to watch this 44. I said he just needs to have a clean race, and he might be able to do it today.
Well, certainly that is, Jennings' teammate. Contact there as Molnix takes the air off the front end. We got a car sideways. That's Matt Rogers.
And he says it yet again.
But what I was trying to say is this is all Last Chance Racing battling it out with Seth Berger. Now, Seth finally has a teammate up here, Joshua Balliet. It is all Last Chance Racing besides Seth Berger.
And Seth's going to give a shove to the 44. Is the 44 possibly going to make a move to his teammate? He's going to go to the outside, trying to make it work again. Jonathan Jennings kind of protects a little bit running that middle, but Molnix is going to have a good run down this back straightaway. He's going to try to peek. Is he going to maybe make the move? He's going to peek to the inside. Try to get to the corner, side draft, a little bit of contact maybe. He's going to try to do the slide job down here in 3-4. Try to get clear. He's clear now. He may be able to slide up.
The send from Molnix. He clears himself to the race lead. And Daniel Molnix leading once again at Michigan. But here comes Jonathan Jennings.
Yeah, that's the big worry about the slide job. You lose so much momentum that the guy you pass is able to get back to you, but is he going to be able to hold him down there? If Molnix is able to keep him side by side with him on this exit, he'll be fine, but Jonathan Jennings looks like he's going to try to clear him.
Jennings does clear back to the race lead, and just to show that you can try to pass Jennings, but I don't know if you're going to have what it takes to keep him back.
I don't know, but Molnix is trying this bottom again. Maybe try to slide him up again, but I don't think he's going to clear him this time. This might open the door for Fitzpatrick and Berger to try to get second place from the 44.
Well, Fitzpatrick squeezes on through. Now Berger looking to the outside, but Molnix is going to try it again down on the inside.
Hey, look who's coming into the picture, Emerson. Balliet, Powell, and Max Service are all here, and McMurtry.
Well, they've
all
been there.
The
They've been here since the restart. Balliet has and Powell has. Service is the newcomer up here.
We might have a 3 wide for the lead here momentarily. Seth Fitzpatrick's trying to get to that top lane. Molnix tries to slide her again, but he clears him. Now he's just got to watch the mirror and watch Jonathan Jennings to protect.
But he's letting Jennings get to the outside.
Yeah, this might be good, though. If Molnix can be able to keep his down here and just be able to power it down and keep the top. Now he's just got to slide up here. He's just got to try to get up here and try to protect off the 91. But now Jennings is going to have to do the slide job again.
He's got a huge run, Jennings does. Pops out of line.
Side drafts him even. He's going to try to get clear of him on the down here, but again, they're going to try the slide job, but Molnix is going to be able to do the reversal again. Jennings is going to slide up. Here comes Molnix again. They're just going to keep flip-flopping this lead, but I don't think Molnix is going to be able to get there. He doesn't have as much help.
He doesn't have the run either. He doesn't have the power or the confidence or the car. Bump draft down the front straightaway.
A big bump draft. Seth Fitzpatrick was all over the 44, and the 44 was all over the 91.
Berger, Balliet, and Service have got to work something out if they're going to top Last Chance Racing at the top of the scoring sheet.
Ooh, Seth Fitzpatrick possibly the second place here. He's going to be able to get the draft from Jonathan Jennings and power his way to second.
He does clear to second past Molnix. Molnix won't have anything to do but try to side draft his own teammate, which he does not do. He'll fall in line. Meanwhile, Seth Berger holding station in 4. Balliet holding in front of Powell. Service has got McMurtry behind him. Berger a little low out of the corner.
Jacob Breeze is back here too, Emerson.
That caution saved him big time.
I'm telling you, Reese has a really fast car. I would like to see what he has when he gets up here, but now Powell's going to look to the outside right now. Balliet for 5th place.
I'd imagine all of Last Chance Racing has a really fast car.
Oh, he gets a shove to the 7. The 7 was kind of closing the door a little bit with his quarter, but it wasn't really close, but... Oh, the 93 gave him a shot, though. Now the 93 is going to try to get on the top.
And Balliet's going to have to make his move right here. He's going to solidify what lane he's going to be in. Powell's going to look.
I think Seth Berger helped him, though. I think Seth Berger helped him out a little bit. He ran the same line as Balliet, gave him the draft help down in the corner, which helped him maintain the speed.
Oh, in the wall, Molnix!
Oh, that's not what he needs right there. I was just saying he needs to just have a clean race and he'll be able to contend for a win, but I don't know, maybe this might not help him. The last time we saw that happen was Brad Buffalo, and you remember what happened. He fell all the way back to 13th.
Absolutely. And oh, Powell nearly clipping his teammate.
A little bit of aggressive there.
That was aggressive for a teammate. What this does is put 2 Last Chance cars. Oh, more contact between teammates.
Oh, he's aggressively side drafting him too.
I don't know, teammates. I don't know what's going on there in that Last Chance Discord channel. Doesn't look like all sunshine. Doesn't look like all sunshines and unicorns right now.
No, Molnix is going to try to get around the 7, and now the 93 is going to try to get around him as well.
They've swallowed up Balliet. They have boxed in the 7.
But behind Balliet is his teammate as well. 81 in max service, but Jacob Breeze is looking to the outside of max service.
Oh, Service sideways. He'll clear up in front of Reeves. Reeves takes the inside with McMurtry.
Murchie's having a really quiet run so far today. Started 20th, he's up to 9th. Oh, 3 wide.
3 wide with Schumacher on the high side. They're trying to get those Swift boys lined up. And all 3 of those Swift boys are lined up. Schumacher behind Service, Service behind Balliet. Reeves to the top side. McMurtry's still down low. Schumacher with the block on Reeves into the wall.
And all that. Jonathan Jennings and Seth Fitzpatrick are pulled away from Seth Berger.
But Berger's pulled away from the pack.
And Berger's pulled away from the pack. And then Seth Berger is about 7 seconds behind Jennings and Fitzpatrick.
7 tenths, not 7 seconds. To clarify that.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh. Misread that. My bad.
But they are working perfectly with one another. Berger doesn't have any help. He's just by himself, pulling away from the pack, but not able to catch what Jennings and Fitzpatrick are way up the road.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, Emerson, when does stage 2?
Caution's out.
Caution. I heard
Mike
Gilliard.
Keatron's car is destroyed.
Oh, wow. What happened here?
Oh, no. Sideways with Petrin in front of the field. Oh, no! But I don't know if that should have brought out a yellow.
No, it looked like just a self spin. It looked like no, nothing. Nobody else. And talking about the rule, Emerson, in Outlaws Sim Series.
Well, yeah,
about the caution rule.
With no live race control, there's no one to confirm that. But the caution rule is 2 cars have to make contact for there to be a caution. Now, for what it's worth, this was a hazard to the track. We got a spinning car right through the middle of the pack. You know, in real life, that very much is a yellow. And in most leagues, that is a yellow. That is a hazard to a pack coming through, but I don't know about that.
It just looks like something else in control. Yeah.
Here we go.
Came off the corner. Looks like the 90. It looks like he maybe saw the 95 get in the wall. Maybe if that had something to do with it, but it looks like he just overcorrects straight into the wall and almost collects. Wow, Matthew Setzer. Barely a close call there. All of our leaders are on pit row right now. Emerson, they're on their way to you.
I am trying to see if there was anything else that might have brought out the yellow.
I'm not sure. I already saw one person key up for caution, and it was Mike Petrin. And I thought I saw something with Gilliard, but I don't think it was. I think I just saw Petrin and thought he was around. I think he was around Gilliard at the time, or close to Gilliard. But
Adam Gardner wins the race off pit road, potentially trying to win stage 1. Here's the rest of the race off pit road. It's Fitzpatrick over Seth Berger. Jennings. Looks like Powell Balliette.
Oh, Adam Gardner. I don't think he pitted Emerson.
He did not. He did not pit. He did not stop in the box at all. Oh no.
Now this is going to be interesting. When, if you don't mind me asking, Emerson, when does stage 2 end? I didn't catch that.
Completion of lap 54.
Now, I don't know how this is going to work in his favor because he's on the old tires and I think everybody else took 4 in fuel. I don't know how old tires compares to new tires here at this track. I don't know if he's going to be able to hold on.
Coming back in. Adam will not put his field in danger like that, and looks like he's on the apron. Well, what could have been for Adam Gardner?
Yeah, this is going to be different, though. We got Seth Fitzpatrick, I believe, out front now.
That's right. And let's see what happens here.
Jonathan Jennings lost 2 spots on pit road.
You see the choose rule in effect right there.
Jacob Reeves was close.
Jacob Reeves didn't really commit. Neither did Lingerfeld or Gilliard. These aren't very clear choices, but these are some of the things with no live race control. Now
this is going to be interesting to see here, Emerson. We got teammates on the bottom, and then we got another set of teammates
in row 3.
Kind of on the top, in between in row 3. We got pretty much last chance against Swift up here right now.
Right, yeah, we have a service behind Schumacher up there. You're right. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to our partners here at Pit Stop TV. Of course, Whiplash Media Sim Cams. You can, of course, check them out at www.pitstoptv.com/whiplash. Simrat Market. You can check them out at simratmarket.com. And Permanent Makeup in Cryo in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. You can contact them at permanentmakeupinmaine.com. Or you can call or text them at 207-358-8683. Well, stage 2 is about to conclude here. It's been a pretty good race so far, Ed. A real quick check on the weather. 86 degrees. The track temp rises. The iRacing.com safety car into the safety of pit lane. The restart zone is in effect. And we're racing once again from Michigan. 3 laps to go in stage number 2. Oh, we we got cars sideways and Balliet's going around. Looks like Reeves is going around as well as Scott Bailey.
Oh, and big damage to the 22.
The caution comes
Damage
out.
to the 11.
And Seth Fitzpatrick is leading. Seth Fitzpatrick might have just stolen stage number 2. Go and grab a replay and see what had happened. Looks like everybody just got really tight there off of the corner. And Balliet, he had a great spot here. From the Balliet. Just sideways in
It's
front.
loose.
Yep. Gets
Right in
clipped
front
by
of Jacob Reeves. Nowhere to go.
Balliet misses the inside wall. Reeves and Bailey not so much.
Oh, and Reeves has trouble with his left front tire. But, Iverson, I hate to bring it up to you, but I think we should show a little bit. You know, we got cold tires on these guys. But, you know, everybody just came down for 4 fresh tires. The track temperature has drastically changed, Emerson.
Well, yeah, we just saw it went up another 3 degrees since the last restart.
Yep, it's up to 87 degrees. And remember what I said earlier, once this thing hits around above 85 to the 90s, it's going to get slick on newer tires and even for these drivers. And I think we may have seen a little bit of that there.
And you know what? Balliet's kind of been out of practice. He hasn't ran on the sim all that often. He could have definitely been one. See what happened to Schumacher. I saw he just bumped the wall there. He's all right. This is
He just gave it a kiss. It was just a kiss.
Oh,
Yeah, Bailey and Reeves got the worst of that.
big hits there. I think
Bailey's
okay.
been into it twice. Yeah, Bailey's been into it twice. He had that incident with Adam Gardner earlier, and now again with Reeves and Balliet.
Well, what has happened here?
See some drivers coming down pit road. We got a couple of takers coming to pit road. We have some people staying out.
Well, barring that Seth Fitzpatrick doesn't pit on the end of this lap, he looks to be on par to win stage 2. Ed, he's coming your way.
Seth Fitzpatrick, it's the boys in the booth. You got a copy, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Well, buddy, bearing everything, it looks like you're going to take the stage win, stage number 2. So we've been watching you most of this race. You know, it's been mainly between the 3 of you guys up here with Seth Berger and Jonathan Jennings, but that 91's been pretty strong, and it looks like the draft is really big and beneficial for a lot of you guys out there. What do you think you need to possibly get that 2 to victory lane?
I think you're just going to have to time the pass right, because it doesn't, unless people behind you are racing, doesn't seem like you can create a gap at all. So I think you're just going to have to time the pass right.
Yeah, we've been seeing a little bit of incidents recently. A lot of people are getting loose out there. The track is starting to heat up a little bit. You know, we started a little bit earlier in the morning, and now we're starting to get into that higher kind of temps where the tires are starting to get a little bit slick, and the track is getting a little looser. Does that concern you at all?
Yeah, it does, because I think we're all pretty free. So I think we're going to have to hopefully keep up with it and hopefully don't get too much worse. I've tried to tighten it up a little bit more on these 2 stops we've done, so I guess we'll see what it's going to do.
Well, my friend, I wish you good luck, and you know, you just got done with your choose cone. We're gonna be coming back to the green flag here. Good luck to you the rest of the way, and hopefully we'll be talking to you soon.
I hope so, man. Thank you.
And that was driver of the number 2, Seth Fitzpatrick. Again, out of Last Chance Racing. Last Chance sweeping the stages, no problem tonight. But yeah, Seth Berger now gets a front row. Well, he started on the front row last time. He's got a teammate behind him this time. He did lose a teammate in the incident. Not out of the race, Balliet is, but back in 22nd, he was the cause car of the incident. So, Ed,
You know.
we've been talking about it. The weather practically went up another degree in that caution period. Today's race info, though. 3 cautions for 10 laps, 8 lead changes so far. It's been pretty exciting for Michigan race as the iRacing.com safety vehicle heads down into the safety of pit lane, and we watch the brand new Geico restart zone. We're racing once again from Michigan. Well, Seth Berger had a terrible start. Got 3 last chance cars cleared out in front. Fitzpatrick, Jennings, and Molnix.
Yeah, that was pretty well orchestrated by those last chance boys. Jonathan Jennings gave a great shot to Seth Fitzpatrick on that restart, getting all 3 of those last chance boys out in front of this field. But
Gilliard sideways.
Matt Rogers made some contact with James Gilliard. It's getting kind of dicey back here.
Oh, baby. What a save from James Gilliard.
And usually that's the other way around. Usually it's Matt Rogers the one that's making the saves. He's made 2 saves today, and that's James Gilliard. I don't know if James is going to appreciate that a little bit. They were making some nudges and some tight racing, but we'll see what happens here. Is now we got a little bit of a battle going on behind them. Jeremiah Stutzman, who had the strategy going on earlier, getting around the inside of Adam Gardner. Brad Ballfall back here with Andrew St. Cor and Balliet and Joshua Balliet, who was involved in that wreck earlier, trying to make some ground back up as Gilliard gets back to the inside of Matt Rogers with a little bit of draft help from McMurchie.
Look who's back in the top 10. Good old home track boy Tyler Markle in that 42 machine. And right in front of him, in that Boss Security Raging Cajun number 65 machine. Whoa, sideways. Lingerfeld making an appearance inside the top 10. 3 wide.
Yeah.
Markle
3 wide
clears.
is Markle. Markle gets to the outside. That outside lane is definitely the preferred line right now. And a lot of these drivers are trying to move around, see where their car is best at. And it looks like the outside's working well. They go back to 3 wide. And now,
Gilliard sideways. Oh, baby.
Lingerfeld with a little bit of contact from the 42, but Lingerfeld's going to try to power down the inside, try to get clear of the 42 going into turns 3 and 4.
What have you been missing back here?
Oh, chaos, that's apparently. Lingerfeld gets clear.
Up front, the top 5 are all lined up nose to tail. It is Fitzpatrick, Jennings, Berger, Molnix, and Schumacher, the top 5. And I'm impressed with Adrian Schumacher's run today.
And could this be the day he gets a win on the oval like you've been mentioning a lot of times, Emerson? He just hasn't gotten that win on the oval recently in the Outlaws Sim Series, just at Daytona or super speedways and road courses. But
yeah, his first Outlaws win was at Daytona Oval, and we didn't really know who Schumacher was. And then when we got to, Tyler Markle's going around into the field, big accident. Joshua Balliet, Adam Gardner, the track blocked there for a second. Stutzman works his way on through, and Markle has towed. Balliet's car is destroyed. Gardner got a big piece of that. The front end is all punched in, and a big accident just past the halfway point here in Michigan.
wow. Talk about a change in a moment. You know, the track. Well, we mentioned this track changing with the temperature rising.
It is getting difficult.
It's like I said, you gotta make those adjustments to where you gotta make your car perfect for when the temperature gets hot.
You get
Let's
losing.
see here.
He got helped.
Oh, he got a little bit of a hit from the 84.
Well, big hit for Bothwell. Oh,
Bothwell, Balliet into the driver's side of the wall. Adam Gardner, Stutzman, great job making his way through there.
Massive hit for Bothwell. Didn't even realize that one when it happened live. We're gonna see the whole field come into frame here, and we'll get a good look at it. Here comes the field. Bam! My goodness. That was a big one. I thought it was going to be bigger. Luckily, there were some great avoidances in that one. Want to say Bailey had a pretty good avoidance. Scott Bailey.
Yeah, Scott Bailey.
Oh, well, he
a
got
little bit of a
hit.
hit there. Yeah. And Scott Bailey's just had a day of getting hit.
Oh yeah, it has not been his day. Devin Smith had a pretty decent avoidance. He was on the inside of it. Oh baby! Tyler Markle spinning into his face. Oh man. Well, while all that has happened, we have a new leader at Michigan. Jeremiah Stutzman. And, Stutzman stays out. So we'll get our choose rule here. The choice is being made. Stutzman down low. Petrin. What is Petrin doing here?
Man, Petron was involved in that wreck earlier. Remember, he hit the wall.
He's a lap
Pretty
car.
hard.
He's 10 laps down like Petrin is.
Interesting. Oh, they're not taking the choose. They just said over radio, they're not doing the choose this time.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a step aside and give our partners here at Pit Stop TV a quick shout. We'll be right back. You're not going to miss anything. We're going to go Pit Stop TV side by side. Don't you go anywhere.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Brooklyn, Michigan. We're here at the Michigan International Speedway. I want to give a quick shout out to our partners here at Pit Stop 2. Once again, Whiplash Media, Sim Cams, Sim Wrap Market, and Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine. So the choices have been remade. The field is doubled up and ready to go. It is Jeremiah Stutzman, your race leader. Seth Berger, who is outside. Fitzpatrick and Jennings, Molnick, Service, Gilliard, Powell, Bailey, and Lingerfeld. VIRacing.com safety vehicle finds its safety in the pit lane. The second half of round 18 of the Outlaws Sim Series from Michigan is green. And across the line, it is the 77 of Seth Berger leading his first laps of the day. Jeremiah Stutzvik keeping himself way up here. But Berger, he's got a teammate, and Max Service nearly making contact there with Fitzpatrick. It's getting tight up here.
Oh, it's getting tight, and it's getting real dicey up here. They got Last Chance along with Swift Racing up here. Looks like the last two Swift races just about. Adrian Schumacher a little bit back in 10th, but Max Service and Seth Berger, the only two right now that are up here for right now. But Max is under fire from Daniel Molinix, and Seth Berger trying to hang on from Jonathan Jennings right now.
Well, Jennings is now cleared up in front of Service. Molinix is keeping Service at bay there in third. But Berger getting the benefit of clean air for the first time today. Service sideways chases the car up the track.
Yeah, Seth Fitzpatrick got tight on corner entry and gave a little contact to the 81.
Oh, I didn't see that. Look at Gilliard up here.
Gilliard's starting to make ways through. Look at all this whole pack.
Stutzman.
Look who's up here again. Emerson the 11. It's Scott Bailey. He's up here in 7th place after all the trouble he's had all day.
He got into that accident. He didn't drop back at all. He stayed up here. Look at the 96. Finally making it through.
Oh, Jacob Breeze is around.
Oh, no.
Jacob Breeze, John Mickey.
Big accident. The caution comes out again.
I believe Mike Petrin also had some damage there.
Oh, no.
Oh, what?
This one happens a little deeper in the pack. We'll go ahead and we'll get to see what happened here on the replay.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I don't know if you can help me out here with this one. Watch John Mickey here on this replay, Emerson.
Oh, no.
I'm a little confused as to what happened with John Mickey.
Malfunction.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking, too, because that did not look normal.
And John Mickey, he's one of the cleanest drivers. He wouldn't do anything like that intentionally, by any means. We'll get on board with John Mickey here, and we'll see what we can see. Here we go. Can't really see the steering wheel, but we can see.
Yeah, on the straightaway. Oh, it just turns right.
Oh my gosh.
Like you said, it has to be an equipment malfunction. There's no other way. Your tires don't pop. I know that for sure. You would hear it.
Oh, they wouldn't pop like that. That's for sure.
No, absolutely. But that's not normal on a straightaway.
That is. Wow.
I feel terrible for Jacob Rees in that situation, but that's just unfortunate.
Bam!
Oh my gosh.
Big hits. You see the debris there in the front stretch as well. Big hit. That is wild. Let's see. He's still here. We don't usually do this, Ed, but I do want to interview John Mickey right after that accident. And John, what happened there?
My wheel died.
Oh no! That we suspected an equipment malfunction.
Yeah. I was just sitting there cruising, and next thing you know, it just went completely free in my hands.
Oh no!
It was a shame. Sorry that I wrecked his race.
Well, it's out of your control for what it's worth. That is crazy. Well,
Yeah,
John,
it's awful.
you were kind of hanging out there in the big pack for a little bit. How was the racing out there from what you could see?
I thought it was pretty good. Everybody was being pretty respectful, except for the restarts. But other than that, it was pretty good.
Oh, there you go. Well, John, unfortunate circumstances here have you damaged big time here in mid portion of this race. We'll leave you to it. Thank you for speaking with us, and yeah, we'll leave you to it, man.
No problem. Thank you.
But there you go. There's the confirmation, Ed. An equipment malfunction on the 69 machine.
Yeah, that's just terrible for John. I feel absolutely horrible for him. He, like you said, we know him. He's one of the more cleaner drivers we have in this series, and that's just you hate to see that kind of happen, and those kind of things happen just unexpectedly. You have no control in it.
It's wild because it similar to like a mechanical failure. in NASCAR. Like now, like they just, it's so rare to see them happen now in NASCAR. By the way, this year a little bit more since it's a brand new car, but in general, like when you see an equipment malfunction on iRacing, it's bizarre. I know it didn't happen in this league, but I can remember a driver in this league, Joseph Causey, had an equipment malfunction in another league, and he wall rode for 3/4 of a lap.
Yeah, and Emerson, that's why I always, you and me race together a lot, and that's why I tell you all the time, I always unplug all my stuff and replug it back in before every race. Just to make sure you always stay up to it.
That's not a bad idea. I was just commenting.
No, I know. I was just like saying, it's like, you just always gotta double check your stuff. That's why every time, like when you have a race or anything, I recommend to anybody that's sim races out there, always double check your stuff before you get into that race. Recalibrate your pedals, recalibrate your wheel, do everything you possibly can, even unplug and plug it back in if you have that little bit of a sketchy feeling that something might happen. Some of those situations, they definitely help you a lot. Trust me, it goes a long way in taking care of your equipment.
Check your plugs and your power strips. Make sure everything's secure. Make sure you don't have any outside circumstances, affecting those, like pets or babies or trash. Clean your space, But here we go. The iRacing.com safety vehicle will find its safety in the pit lane after a bizarre incident here to bring up the 5th caution today. Green flag is back out from Michigan. Seth Berger leads here at Michigan. He stayed out along with, I say about 7 cars stayed out on that most recent yellow. Jonathan Jennings, of course, the leading car that came down pit lane for a fresh set of Goodyear tires. And you know what? For what it's worth, Berger, they stayed out there, but they ran 2 caution periods on those sets of tires. So they're not too worn in here, so it's gonna be intriguing to see if a couple laps difference is gonna be enough to say something on these tires.
Yeah, and I'm a little worried for these guys that took new tires. You know how difficult it is to pass already, Emerson. That big draft help and making slide jobs and stuff. The 81s made contact with a couple cars I've noticed, and the 91 made contact with the 95. The 95 also made contact with the 44. So these guys are trying to get through the field as fast as they possibly can, but it's really hard to pass. But Jonathan Jennings right now is starting to slowly make his way up there along with Daniel Molnix, and it's going to be a second to see how these tires prevail and see how they can get by Seth Berger and Seth Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Lingerfeld, he started second. I was, shocked to see him up there, and I saw he stayed out. Fitzpatrick making a big move on Berger.
And see, this doesn't help them either. This is going to help Jonathan Jennings close up to them even faster with them side by side. Jennings is up to 4th behind Schumacher. And Seth Fitzpatrick's trying to take the lead right now to the inside. I don't think he's going to be able to make anything happen right now, but Jonathan Jennings gets side by side with Schumacher behind him. He's going to help his teammate in the 2.
Berger up high, Fitzpatrick down low, Schumacher holding station in 3rd. Here comes Molnix on Jennings. And we're all packed up here for the lead with 45 laps to go.
Oh, it's a party up here. We got freshies, we got old tires. We got people trying to win for the first time in the series. We got people trying to win just to grow their points. We have a lot of things on the line here.
Oh, contact. Schumacher and Molnix make more contact. Berger holds station now, cleared back to the race lead. Huge send from Jennings. Fitzpatrick to the outside of Berger.
We might have
to rewind.
Here comes Jennings.
3 wide for the race lead, and what do you do if you're Seth Berger? You side draft Seth Fitzpatrick, still 3 wide into turn 1.
Is Jennings possibly going to get a 2-for-1 special here? Can he be able to send it down to the bottom and maybe get them both? No, he's going to stay side by side with 3 wide, still
3
momentarily.
wide.
As Daniel Molnix just watches on. Seth Berger has a great run through the middle, though. He's going to try to get back to the lead.
He's cleared of Jennings, but can't send it. Still 3 wide.
Here comes Molnix. Maybe have 4 wide for a second.
Where's Molnix going to go? He wants to take it 4 wide. He's going to go with Jennings. He thought about it. He had space to take it 4 wide, but we're still 3 wide. And
3 wide.
Jennings to the lead. Still 3 wide for second.
And this is what Jennings needs in his mirror.
Oh, it's tight.
Oh, man.
Still 3 wide. Sound like a spotter.
How much longer are we going to be 3? Now we might be 4.
Almost 4 wide there. Coming through turns 3 and 4, and Berger finally bails out.
Oh, I'm running out of breath up here.
It was starting to sound like a spotter calling out 3 wide. But Seth Berger loses his advantage at the front of the field. It goes back to the dominant driver of the day, Jonathan Jennings. Seth Fitzpatrick still holds station there in second. Molnix to the third. Swift Racing regroups 4th, 5th, and 6th.
And that leading car that took tires for Swift was Max Service. He's slowly but surely making his way up through the field behind his teammates. He's going to try to work the outside right now around Adrian Schumacher right now, but he's going to fall back in line with Scott Bailey just directly in tow behind Max Service.
It's intriguing to see all the different lines here. Oh, Service, a huge run on Schumacher. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's going to get him there. And Scott Bailey's going to fall directly behind Max, too. Now Max maybe might look to the inside of Seth Berger, or is he going to wait? I think he's going to wait.
I think for Max, or his sake, he's got to, yep, he's going to go around the outside.
Yeah, Max, I think he knows.
Max has to stay with the top 3.
Yeah, and if he goes to the inside, he's even burning off more tire. You know, Jonathan Jennings and Daniel Molnix, they were making a lot of passes on the bottom. I'm really curious to see how much of their tire they burnt off. And Max has been patiently making his way through this traffic. This might actually benefit Max.
So Max now tries to stay with the race lead as Molnix and Jennings duke it out. Sideways, Andrew St. Coeur.
And I was just about to talk about how good of a recovery St. Coeur's having. He was just in 10th. Now he's going to have to make his way back up there.
I think Gilliard and Powell nearly made contact right there.
Gilliard got a little squirrely, I saw right there when we went to Andrew there.
So up front, now under 40 laps to go, 38 laps to go this time by the start-finish line. It's Jennings, Molnix, Fitzpatrick, Service, and Berger, the top 5. Bailey, Schumacher, Lingerfeld, McMurtry, Rogers, the top 10.
And all this, Max Service has caught Seth Fitzpatrick. Looking underneath Seth Fitzpatrick for the momentarily. He's not going to get there, but Molnix is having a little bit of issues here. I don't know if his tires are starting to dissipate, but Jonathan Jennings has pulled away by about 5/10 from Daniel Molnix and Seth Fitzpatrick. Seth Fitzpatrick's all over the back of Daniel Molnix, as you saw right there, trying to help him get back up there. But Max Service, I think, is going to start benefiting here momentarily. I feel like these tires are just starting to dissipate here a little bit for these new guys.
McMurtry, a big moment, loses a couple spots right there. Lingerfeld, the inside, gets through all that.
On board with Seth Fitzpatrick.
They gotta get going here. Jennings is going.
Yeah, they really do. I don't like where they're sitting right now.
And Service to the inside.
And Max is starting to make some moves. I think he realizes it's starting to get down to that time where he has to start going. I don't know if he's going to be able to get clear. There's not enough room really in front of him if you wanted to pull the slide job, but Maybe his teammates might be able to help him, if anything. He's got Seth Berger behind him, but Scott Bailey just got to the outside of Adrian Schumacher. That's not really going to help Max enough. Maybe Scott will help him get by him, but I'm not sure there. So, see what Max has to do. He's got to get around 3 last chance racing guys, which is going to be difficult. Oh, Seth Fitzpatrick almost got to the rear end of Daniel Mullen. It's going to be 3 wide.
3 wide for second. Molnick's up high. Fitzpatrick down low, trying to pin Service down. 3 wide, and they're all pinning each other down.
Yeah, I think Max might have the momentum here going down in the corner possibly, but Seth Fitzpatrick has something else to say about it. He's going to slide in there and get in front of Daniel Mullenix. Max maybe might even try to slide up in front of Mullenix as he does. Mullenix is going to go for the crossover.
And Mullenix files back in line, 1.7 seconds back of Jonathan Jennings.
Fitzpatrick goes way up.
He's in the wall. Service the second. Under attack from Molnick still. Here comes Bailey. Berger jumps up high.
And Berger was the ones that stayed out along with Adrian Schumacher. Scott Bailey has fresh tires. Max Service, Daniel Mullenix. All these guys up here in the top 3 have fresher tires, but Jonathan Jennings also
sideways Service hard into the outside wall.
Daniel Mullenix is around.
Service has damage. Mullenix sideways.
Max Service has a tire problem. The right front is bouncing.
That car's not turning. He's in the wall.
He's in the wall again.
And this may be the point lead for Max Service.
Now can he get it down to the pit road though? Yep, he did. No caution though.
And he's gonna go around, and he's gonna hit the pit wall, and more damage. The driver out of Truro, Nova Scotia. Big problems for Max Service, and we're gonna see if we can get a replay of the incident. I mean, we saw it all live, but
oh my! While you're doing that replay, Emerson, there's a really big gaggle for second.
Here it is.
Let's see, Max I think just got loose. Yep, there it is right there. He got loose, hit Mullenix right into the wall, and Mullenix went around.
What a save!
That would have been huge if Mullenix went straight right instead of turning it back left.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
We'll get back to the live action.
Out.
Oh yeah, we'll get back to the live action as you were mentioning. Sideways is Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, we had 2x2 pushing and shoving for second. Scott
and
Bailey was getting shoved.
Where did he come from?
Matt Rogers. I didn't even notice him. He just got by all these guys. He was behind these 3 behind them.
What I should say is we should still have one more pit stop in this race. I think we still have one more stop. Oh, Bailey and Berger nearly coming together. Bailey was trying to go down the track for... Well, I don't really know why he was trying to go down the track, but Berger was down there. Berger's clear.
Maybe it was possibly the side draft to 77. I don't think he anticipated how close Seth was to him, possibly.
Some right side damage there from Bailey from the accident earlier with Tyler Markle. Schumacher trying to play defense on Molnix.
And Molnix has some decent right side damage. I don't know how much that's going to impact him, but we'll see how it handles the possibility of possibly him having a winning race car to possibly challenge his teammate Jonathan Jennings. But going back slowly but surely
I don't
here.
know about anybody challenging this guy. Oh my goodness.
Nah.
You know what?
Jonathan Jennings is just on a tear.
I want to know. He sounded... Those RPMs are low. You know, he's saving fuel.
What?
Those RPMs are really low. He's feathering the throttle. He is saving fuel. He's got such a big lead. He is saving fuel to try to make his number to the end of the race.
Yeah, I'm watching his speed going into turns 1. He reached a max of 192, and I'm watching Seth 194, 193. Oh, it's going to be interesting.
Oh, Monix goes around. And trying to save it. He
Yeah,
does.
I think that'll definitely do it for him for his chances of winning this race.
That'll
Though.
probably do Mulnick City unless you get a yellow.
But back up front, Seth Berger got around Matt Rogers. Now Matt Rogers is under fire from Seth Fitzpatrick. Seth Berger's trying to play the lanes here to help Matt Rogers stay by side with Seth Fitzpatrick. And all that, here comes Adrian Schumacher into the mix to take these spots away. Oh, Matt Rogers gets loose again. He's definitely going to lose that spot to Adrian Schumacher now, and possibly Scott Bailey.
He does lose the spot to Bailey. Rogers to 6th.
Yeah, look at Seth Fitzpatrick making that power on the outside. He's going to get to the outside of Seth Berger.
Battle for second, 4.2 seconds back of race leader Jennings.
The Seth on Seth show.
Seth and Seth show, you're right. And Schumacher has a great view of it.
Yes, he does, and he's going to take advantage of Seth Berger being on the bottom and get around him as well, I think. Now, these two are teammates, and the two is teammates with the 91 of Jonathan Jennings, so if anything was going to happen, possibly, and I'm not saying we're going to get one, I'm just saying if we did get a caution, this might be a teammate-on-teammate battle here for the win. How about the day for Adrian Schumacher, though? We don't give this man enough credit, I feel like. He just performs at his very best when he has to. Having a great showing here. Had a kind of semi-decent day at New Hampshire. I think he was running around the top 10, top 15 most of the day last week. And he continues to impress in the Outlaws Sim Series, having great consistent finishes on these ovals. And you know, when we always go to road courses, he's always the favorite. I definitely would have to look at him when we go to Laguna Seca, but you know, he just does well.
I have to remind y'all that he was a lapped car away from winning the Season 1 championship. Do I have to remind y'all that? This man knows how to drive on these ovals. He just can't seal the deal, but he is so consistent. And I'm glad to see Schumacher have a resurgence in this Outlaws Sim Series season.
And behind him
knows what he's doing.
And behind him, Matt Rogers having a great day. Started 9th, he's up to 5th. Like, it would be a great points day for Matt Rogers if he was able to seal a deal in the top 5. And then just behind him, Kyle Langerfeld and James Gilliard. Kyle Langerfeld, our winner at Bristol Dirt, hasn't been in the Outlaw Sim Series that much this season, having a great showing. James Gilliard has been here for the last couple of weeks. Came just short of a win at iRacing Super Speedway, and you know, he's been taking on some good finishes, having some heated battles with some drivers and all that, but he's still able to put out some consistent finishes. Then behind them, Jeremiah Stutzman and Kevin Powell, a newcomer to the series, having a battle back there for 8th place, and then Scott Bailey rounds out the top 10. So a good day for some good drivers that need some points, Emerson.
Certainly. I gotta say, for what Schumacher, I say he was a lap car away from winning the championship. He was battling. He had fresher tires and was faster than Seth Berger. And the second he got to his inside, a lapped car was there with 2 laps to go, and he was not able to make a pass. That's what I mean. The Schumacher was a lapped car away from beating Season 1 champion Seth Berger. Not to say Seth Berger didn't have an amazing season that year. He went on, 6 races? I mean, Seth probably was a more deserving driver of a championship that season. But Schumacher was there. The Seth show continues. 4.2 seconds back of this man, Jonathan Jennings. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to step aside one last time right before the 20 to go mark. We'll be back with, well, we're not going anywhere. The action from the Michigan International Speedway in round 18 of 36 in the Outlaws Sim Series continues. We're not going anywhere. Pit Stop TV side by side coming up. Stay tuned.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Welcome back to the Michigan International Speedway. Race leader Jonathan Jennings is in, and he potentially, it was really close. He had a very hot pit entry, so we're going to find out if Jonathan Jennings made it down to pit road speed. We'll see right here. Left side tire is going on. Does he release? He did. So he had a blazing pit entry. Jennings is down and away. And he came in hot.
It was maybe by a millisecond close. I was watching him, and he didn't lock up the brakes, but I was watching him. He looked like he was carrying a lot of speed, but Seth Berger and Adrian Schumacher stayed out.
And they're battling
and
for the
they
lead.
continued to battle for the lead, along with Jeremiah Stutzman, who's really off the pace. I don't know what Jeremiah is up to. Maybe Jeremiah is really off the pace.
You know
he's
what
doing
he's
100.
doing.
Oh, he's has to be. There's no chance.
You know what he's doing.
I man, I'm just saying.
He's trying something. That's what I know for sure.
Gilliard's just coming off.
Schumacher's in. Adrian Schumacher pitting from second. We had a lot of pit stops but I was trying to get that side-by-side in before pit cycles, but there was a moment for Andrew St. Coeur, and we'll have to try to go back and find it. We'll try to go do... Oh, there's Max Service coming out of his box. We'll try to get that moment for Andrew St. Coeur after pit cycles here, and we should be able to do so.
I think Seth is coming.
Here comes
He
Seth
really
Berger.
backed up his turn 3.
And Jeremiah
Jeremiah's
Stutzman
gonna
takes
stay
the lead.
out.
He's trying something. Here's Molnick's 4.5 seconds back. Schumacher down and away. And here's Seth Berger.
Molnick's is really saving. He's just topping out at 180 going into turns 1.
Oh, Berger missed the box. It's going to be a long stop for Seth Berger. Down and away is the 77. And he lost a lot of time. So we'll try to do this quickly. See if we can hit up a replay and see what happened to Andrew St. Coeur. Here it is, Andrew St. Coeur. Said he got meatballed on this lap. And he
I
pitted
wonder if it was
with
off of
somebody
turns.
else.
Wonder if it was off of turns 3 and 4.
Oh, no.
Right there.
Just like what happened to Max Service.
Yep, and there goes the right front tire. Oh, it might be right here actually where he gets it. And
Oh,
yep,
no.
I had to have done it. Oh, Doug Solms.
Man. And he couldn't slow down, so he definitely sped on pit road too. Well, you know what? Max Service is back on track. So Max Service is trying to salvage his point lead.
I have a question for you, Emerson.
What's that?
When was the last time Jeremiah Stutzman pitted?
37 laps ago.
He has about a 25 or 20-second lead now to Jonathan Jennings, who's the leader after all the pit stops. And we're just about 14 to go.
The thing is, Stutzman probably got to pick up the pace if he's going to win this race.
Yeah, he definitely has to.
This may be a ploy for a top 3.
I would give him a round of applause for it no matter what if he did. Because it's definitely something that he had to risk, you know?
And I have a question for you, Ed.
Oh, what's that?
What was, all the... Oh, that car is silent! That car is silent in the corner! I love it. But before stage racing at Michigan, how did almost all of those races end?
Fuel mileage.
Uh-huh.
Every single time. I hate to break it to you, but you remember that one time that Jimmy had the issue?
Yeah.
And then Greg Biffle ran out.
Jimmy couldn't feel
And Mark, and then Mark Martin came to it and ended up winning that race. This track, every time we came into it on the schedule, always ended up fuel saving.
All right.
Hey, you want to know something too?
Go listen right here into turn 1. Look at that.
Oh, he's silent.
That is crazy.
But I'm a little worried because Jonathan Jennings is now just going into turns 1, or he just got to the restart zone just now.
No, I don't think even if he makes it to the end, I don't think he's gonna win the race. But man, what an attempt he's making at it. I mean, listen. For those who can hear it, that car is silent. It's such a weird sound. You don't hear silent race cars on a green racetrack that often.
Jennings just got around Scott Bailey on the back straightaway.
That's right.
That's for 4th. He's still got to get around Setzer and Molinix.
I wonder if Sussman can maybe hit over his target and then maybe pick up the pace at the end. Oh, Setzer! Big
and then
moment
here's
for 5.
Molinix. Molinix is really slow.
Yep. Molinix is trying to make a number big time, man.
So can Jeremiah Stutzman make it 10 more laps? I mean, Jeremiah is running. Let's see what lap time he runs here. Jeremiah ran a 41.6.
You know, he's close.
Yeah, and Jennings' last lap was a 39.8.
No, you have to pass the car there at the start. Oh, no, he's fine.
Yeah, well, let's see what it is here. Jennings is about to cross the line. 39.7. So what's the math there? 41.6 to a 39.7.
It's been almost 2 seconds a lap.
He's going to get there.
If Stutzman can save, and with like 2 laps to go, realize he's going to be good. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
That's not good. A side-by-side battle back here. In the top 10, P8, Powell and Lingerfelt. Another one here with Bailey and, well, Molnix is dropping back.
Yeah, very much. And Seth Berger's trying to make up at a time he lost in the pit entry when he slid in his box.
Max Service was on a mission, unfortunately, to take advantage of his stepdad having the same issue that he did. He is 3 laps away from making that pass on Andrew St. Coeur.
And I think... Oh, no, he's not going to get Adam Gardner because Adam Gardner's continually running right now.
Wow, splitting through the middle. Bailey. Oh, is Bailey trying to make a number? Bailey's trying to make a number. A lot of people are trying to fuel save to a fuel number.
And I don't think Bailey's going to be able to get the kind of finish he wanted, but it's a good try to do it.
Yeah, he's trying. Once you're in it, you have to commit to it. You have to, I guess, hope for a yellow or something. I don't know.
And we're coming to 7 to go next time.
Stutzman has 10.5 second lead. It's now down to a 1.5 seconds. It's down to a second. The deficit, the lap time difference between Jennings and Stutzman.
Jeremiah's still running around the 41-second brackets.
Got a little fast, 41.4.
And Jennings is right now running 40.4, so it's about a second a lap.
And there's less than 10 seconds, or less than 10 laps to go. Berger is cleared by Setzer. This is crazy. Of the cars who pitted, Jennings is the leading car that has pitted. It's Patrick second, Schumacher third, Berger fourth.
Oh, Jeremiah just hit the gas pedal, Emerson. He's hitting, he's going, he's trying it. He's still saving, but he's trying. He's starting to push it a couple of corners. Jennings went at 40.3 to Jeremiah's 41.4 that last time.
And that's the same lap that Stutzman ran the previous lap. We'll see here if there's an improvement in Stutzman's lap time.
This might be big if Stutzman can have Doug Solms just in front of them. This might help him even more.
5 laps to go. Second half. If Stutzman can make it, Stutzman's got it. But he's got to make it. He's got to make that number. He's got the gap. Service sideways back there.
I think he's just trying to get TV time at this rate.
He did pass his stepdad. He did get up to 16th. Or 17th, I'm sorry. So Service trying to salvage his point lead. If Jennings doesn't win, by the way, I think Service still holds the point lead. Because also remember, Jennings did not win stage 2. The Service is trying to salvage what he can for the points lead.
And it's still about a second a lap. Jeremiah is slower. Jennings is faster than Jeremiah by about a second.
This is awesome. I thought we would never see this kind of racing again at Michigan.
I love it. It's intense. I'm nervous. I'm like, I don't know if he's going to be able to do it.
This is not really saving. Oh my goodness, there's a really slow car right up the road.
That Petrin maybe? Or not Petrin.
That's
Molnix
Molnix.
maybe?
Molnix is still trying to make... Oh my goodness. Molnix is going to
is
go a
trying
lap
it.
down. Well, that's going to help his fuel saving a little bit, going a lap down. And now Stutzman clearly has the gap now. If he can just make his number, he is good.
He's got to make it around 3 more times.
Yeah. Just.
If I'm him, I'm not even looking at the lap counter.
Well, he kind of has to make sure he can make it on gas, but...
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. This would be stressing me out so bad right now.
It would just... Stutzman, I can already picture the interview. He's already going to be saying we were not supposed to win this race, and he lucked into it and all. Because he's that kind of person. But it would be in typical Jeremiah Stutzman fashion to start building a run to the playoffs with a win at a super speedway and a fuel mileage win. It would just be a Stutzman.
It would be amazing.
Stutzman run to the playoffs.
Coming to the white flag, can he do it?
He's got 5 seconds. It's all about making it back around, and if he can make it out of 4, if he can make it to turn 3, he can probably coast to the finish line.
Yeah, I think he could coast if he makes it just a 3.
The white flag presented by Whiplash Sim Cams for Jeremiah Stutzman. We thought Michigan would not see fuel mileage racing anymore with the advent of stage racing. But the way today's race has played out and the way the cautions fell, Jeremiah Stutzman, he can coast to the line from here. He has done it. Out of turn 4, he will win round 18 here at Michigan on fuel mileage.
What? Oh my gosh.
Jennings,
I can't believe you did it.
the dominant car today, comes home second. Seth Fitzpatrick brings it home third. Schumacher fourth. Berger fifth. Lingerfeld in his one-off a respectable 6th. McMurtry 7th. Powell in his debut 8th. Matt Rogers gets himself a top 10. And Matthew Setzer will get himself a top 10. Good runs for Rogers and Setzer. Proud of them. Smith 11th. Doug Solms will come home in 12th.
I think he's out of gas now.
Scott Bailey is out of gas.
Oh, I don't think he's out of gas. He's picking
Molnix.
up speed.
Molnix. Oh, Bailey finishes 13th. Molnix. Oh, he was lapped down. Jeremiah Stutzman. Does he have anything for a burnout?
Yes,
There's
he
a
does.
little bit. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And how about getting it done in Motor City? Motor Detroit, where the GM factories and the Ford factories are. It's always a great battle between Ford and Chevrolet here at Michigan International Speedway. Usually, Ford has come out on top, and once again, Stutzman, he'll go ahead and just back it on up into victory lane, and why not? How about it?
And we have a 1-2-3 for Last Chance.
Oh, yeah.
Great job by Last Chance Racing today. Clearly the dominant team today. They were just amazing all around.
And I can't believe this, but this is going to be the second time in 3 weeks Jeremiah, in typical Jeremiah Stutzman fashion, the win here at Michigan. How about it? Did you know you were going to have that fuel number attainable from the restart? Try one more time. Jeremiah, you got us? Well, we'll go ahead and we'll give Jeremiah a moment to try to work it out. We'll go through our race results while he tries to figure out what all is happening there. We'd like to hear from Jeremiah once again. Unless his mic might have ran out of gas. Oh, man. Yeah, let's go through our race results while we await. Let's go through them, Ed. It was Jeremiah Stutzman, 5 seconds over Jonathan Jennings with the victory tonight for Jeremiah Stutzman. Again, leading just 21 laps, all there at the end on field mileage. Good run for Stutzman. Jennings P2, Seth Fitzpatrick P3, 12.3 seconds back. You said it was a 1-2-3 for Last Chance Racing. A great run for them. Great race for them. Actually, I don't think Stutzman is part of Last Chance, so Stutzman is not Last Chance Racing.
I saw him in there.
Oh, Stutzman's kind of an independent. He used to be in the Performance Sim Sport chat. He just kind of liked to ally himself with teams. Stutzman he just wants friends. Schumacher is fourth. A great run for him tonight at Michigan. Seth Berger will bring it home in fifth, 16 seconds back. Lingerfeld sixth in his one-off return to Outlaws Sim Series competition, 17.5 seconds back. McMurtry in seventh, 19.8 seconds back. Kevin Powell will be eighth, 20 seconds back. Rogers 9, 23.5 back, and Matthew Setzer nets himself a top 10, 31.5 seconds back. Ed.
In 11th, we have Devin Smith, a great run for the 95 machine, 32 seconds back of our leader, along with in 12th, Doug Solms in the 67. 13th, Scott Bailey, along with Daniel Molnix in 14th, who both tried the fuel-saving strategy, but it didn't work out in their favors. 15th, James Gilliard, 1 lap down. 16th, Adam Gardner, who had a little bit of an incident tonight, recovering a little bit. In 16th place, 8 laps down. Our points leader, Max Service, 17th, 16 laps down after an incident that kind of ruined his night a little bit, but still gained at least 1 spot. Mike Petra in the 41, 18th, 21 laps down, along with Andrew St. Cyr, 19th, 23 laps down, and 20th, John Mickey, who had the unfortunate error with his equipment, 52 laps down, and 20th.
21st, that'll be the 31 of Brad Boffel. Our pole sitter had a tough run early there. Tyler Markle, the home track hero, but unfortunately 0 there at the mid part of this race. A big accident there. Collected teammate Joshua Balliet. Jacob Reeves comes home 62 laps down as well. Julio Villalobos, Eric Peck did not take the green flag tonight. So 24 drivers started, and what was it? About 18 finished. So let's go ahead and try it one more time. We'll try again with Jeremiah Stutzman. Jeremiah, do you have a copy?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got him. Glad to hear from you, Jeremiah. And for the second time in 3 weeks, you did it again, man. This one in typical Jeremiah Stutzman fashion. But how about it? Yet another win here as you're setting yourself up for the playoffs.
Yeah, we needed it. I told Jonathan Jennings last week that I wanted Michigan, and that was the only option. We wasn't coming out of here. We were either wrecking it or we were winning it, one or the other.
I love it. You told him you wanted Michigan, huh? You took it from him. I like it. I asked you before, I don't know if you heard it. Did you know from the restart that your fuel number was attainable, or did you kind of figure that out as it went on?
I knew as soon as we went green that I would probably one of maybe 2 or 3 other cars that had a chance at it. I didn't think I would have more, but I had plenty.
And then there at the end, how many laps to go did you have before you finally realized you were gonna make your number and you were able to pick up the pace again, or were you saving all the way?
I was saving until about 8 to go, and then I seen he was burning his tires off, so he was only gaining like 8/10 on me, I think. So it worked out where I could just run my own pace, and he wasn't gonna catch me either way.
There you go. Well, Jeremiah, again, 2 wins in 3 weeks. You're setting yourself up pretty. You got 3 pretty intriguing tracks coming up, though. You got Eldora, which hasn't seen a cup race in real life. You got Daytona, of course, a super speedway race that can go to anyone's favor. And Laguna Seca, that we've never seen a cup race on. How you're setting yourself up for this kind of a wild card run coming up?
Looking to have fun at the dirt track and road course, and hopefully can be competitive at Daytona.
There you go. Yeah. All right, Jeremiah. Well, again, 2 wins on the season, and you got yourself one on strategy again. We love to see it. And then repping the Joey Logano colors to win it at Michigan, right here in Ford's backyard. So a whole bunch of positives in your favor tonight, and of course the win as well. Congratulations, Jeremiah. Go ahead and celebrate that one. Well earned and well thought out, of course. Congratulations.
Thank you. Good job up there as always, guys.
Appreciate it as always, Jeremiah. And again, a great win there for Jeremiah Stutzman. And again, I keep saying it, typical Stutzman fashion. The fuel mileage his way to another win here. It's great. He's had wins before. I mean, he stole a win on a green white checkered at Homestead away from Holt and Kazi at Homestead last season. But this is great. Stutzman, he's always so consistent, and his breakthroughs are on strategy, and it's awesome. And I'm glad he sounded very, very happy with himself with that one, Ed.
Yeah, I'm still shell-shocked, to be honest. Like I said, I just can't believe he made it off fuel all the time. It really got me. I was like, I just cannot believe he saved that much.
50 laps, 5-0.
That's insane.
From pit box to checkered.
That's insane. That's just wow. I'm just happy for him. You know, it's great to see him getting some wins here. You know, he won at iRacing Super Speedway by about barely a hair, just about, as you would say, and now he got this win. So, I mean, like he said, it was either win or go home with this one. So, and he definitely went home with the win. So, great job by Jeremiah. I know Jonathan Jennings probably isn't that happy about it, but still, you gotta give your tip of the hat to Jeremiah. I mean, gotta love it when strategy comes into play, right?
Absolutely. We are so stoked that what Michigan was known for, field mileage racing, we got a little taste of it again today. But don't you go anywhere, boys. Jeremiah Stutzman said he wanted it. He told Jonathan Jennings he wanted it today at Michigan. We'll find out what Jonathan Jennings has to say on the far side of this break. Don't you go anywhere. More post-race coverage from the Michigan International Speedway coming up.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Brooklyn, Michigan here at the virtual Michigan International. So you went to post-race coverage here of the Outlaws Sim Series round from Michigan. Round 18 in the books, Ed. That means we're officially into the second half of the season. But before we get too far into that, we got to talk to the dominant driver of the day, second place finisher, and I'm sure that one's painful to say. Jonathan Jennings, he's headed your way, Ed.
Yeah, it's definitely painful. Jonathan Jennings coming home second. Now, Jonathan, yeah, you know, it's really hard to go from what you did last week and just absolutely smoking the field at New Hampshire to even coming here to Michigan and even having a different kind of setup strategy and everything to just dominating this race. But you fell one place short. What else could you done different to possibly get the win instead of Jeremiah there?
I should have stuck a bigger fuel tank in there.
Oh man, I feel absolutely terrible for you. You know, it's hard when the car comes down to just strategy like that. But it's always interesting to see for us in the booth. It's fun to watch, and for the fans out there, it's fun to watch. But man, you guys at Last Chance, you guys brought something today, man. I mean, you guys had all dominant cars up there in the front, and what did you guys just have in the field that made you guys so dominant today?
Well, practiced quite a bit, and I found something with the car that really helped on the long run. So, not gonna say what it is because it's an advantage.
Oh man, I'm hoping you got the advantage next week, because next week we'll go to Eldora. How do you feel about your chances on the dirt?
I will not be there for that one. I'm going on vacation.
I feel like that was more of a planned vacation for that Eldora, or if you're just trying to dip on it, or if it's actually just a vacation or anything. But Jonathan, congratulations on your top 3, man, and congrats on the stage win as always on the first stage. And we won't be seeing you next week, but hopefully we'll see you when we go to Daytona in 2 weeks. Enjoy your vacation, man. We'll be talking to you.
Thank you.
All right, on second place finisher, dominant driver today, Jonathan Jennings. Another Last Chance driver who had a pretty good run tonight, Seth Fitzpatrick. Seth led 13 laps tonight en route to your podium finish. We were just talking, of course, to Jonathan. Of course, y'all came up the spot shy to Jeremiah. Did you know fuel was going to be a factor on that final run, or did that just kind of, did y'all learn about that as Jeremiah continued to stay out?
Well, I think we knew fuel was going to be a factor, and as a team, we knew if anybody was going to win it off fuel strategy, it was going to be Corey, and luckily he did it.
In typical Stutzman fashion right now. But tonight, it looked like Last Chance brought a powerhouse setup tonight. There's so many of y'all up there. Even Seth Berger, who got up there, he tried as he might. He just couldn't fight his way through all those Last Chance cars easily. He had to, of course, stay out there, fill his laps. So what does that say about the teamwork that y'all put in this week to kind of lock out the front of the field like y'all did?
Honestly, I didn't get to I haven't been able to put no teamwork in the last 2 weeks. I've been so busy with work and other things, but Jonathan always brings us a good one.
Certainly seems like it. Another great finish for you tonight here at Michigan, Seth, but you look forward, and I like to call it 3 wild cards we got coming up here. Eldora, again, a track we've never seen cup cars on in real life. Daytona, you know, a plate race, a super speedway race that can go in anyone's favor. And Laguna Seca, a track we've never seen cup cars on. I know you're looking forward to Laguna Seca, it's a roadie, but a couple wild cards coming up nonetheless. How are you feeling? How are you setting yourself up for this, these next 3 weeks?
Well, 2 out of 3 are definitely going to be fun. But I think just try to keep doing what we've been doing, just running up front, leading laps, and trying to be there at the end. Which I had a lot of fun at Bristol. If we could have got some more green runs, so I'm sure it'll be the same at Eldora.
Right on. Well, we're gonna go find out next Wednesday anyway. But Seth, congratulations on your podium finish tonight. And yeah, best luck to you next week on the Dirt at Eldora. And hopefully we're talking to you then.
Yep. See y'all.
driver of the number 2, Seth Fitzpatrick. And Ed, you wanted to talk to Jonathan Jennings' brother making his debut, the Outlaws Sim Series. Well, he's headed your way.
Yes, I did. Mr. Kevin Powell had a great running today. And Kevin, oh man, it looks like you and your teammates, including your brother, had a great running tonight. What else more did you need possibly to get up there in that top 3 and challenge for the win?
Well, we had I had a conservative setup, and right before the start of the race, I switched to my conservative setup. It's okay if I'm in the pack, but once we had the green flags pit stop, I just didn't have the speed to get back up front. The car was fast though; it was fast all day. But I knew if I didn't have the pack, I wasn't going nowhere.
And you definitely put on a show for all these viewers out there, and even for us. You know, a lot of 3-wide action. We saw you making some moves with your teammates out there and all that. But you guys at Last Chance definitely brought a good setup. And like you said, now answer this for me. Did you think maybe the weather changing possibly? You know, the track did get a little bit hotter and the track got a little slicker. Did that maybe play a little bit of an impact into your racing strategy towards the end of the race?
Oh yes, sir, 100%. You know, even with the worn tires in the beginning of the race, you could still get on the throttle pretty good in the corner. And right here at the end, it was like I was off throttle, having to coast halfway, if not 3/4, before I could fully be back on the throttle. So you can definitely tell the track changed. Cars got to pushing real bad, and was nowhere near like that at the beginning.
Absolutely. Well, Kevin, next week we go to a place that these next-gen cars have never really touched, and the last time we seen them was when trucks are usually there for most of their schedule. We go to Eldora, the Big E. You know, how do you feel about you guys at Last Chance? And, you know, I know you guys bring good setups as you had the last couple of weeks. How do you guys feel about your chances going into Eldora next week?
Well, me and my brother, Jenny, we're going to be out of town, actually, so we're not going to make that one. But, you know, I feel that the team will pull together, get a good setup. You know, you're going to start seeing a lot of these Last Chance guys, at least in the top 3 every week. So we all work together hours a day up until race day. So, you know, we talk amongst each other. We bounce ideas off each other. And we always try to get a good handling setup that's very fast.
Well, Kevin, congratulations on your good debut today. You know, a good top 10 finish for you, and you go on vacation next week, but hopefully we'll be seeing you when we go to Daytona in 2 weeks. Congratulations again on your top 10, and we'll be seeing you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Y'all have a good one.
Right on. And again, a very powerful day for Last Chance Racing, Ed. And that's right. Completely forgot about the changing track temperature today, Ed. Let's go ahead and see how that weather ended up. 102 degrees.
Cow. It got hot.
It got hot.
Oh, baby. And remember, we started around like the 70s.
That's right.
Man.
It got hot today. And again, if you had a setup tailored, you know how we talked to Malenko at the beginning of the show, and he said that the car was really tight, trying to loosen it up. Well, your tight car would have been perfect at the end of this race. If you had it loose, she was going to be really loose at the end of this race. So it was kind of that. What were you planning for? I know Malik, he didn't even get to experience these, the higher track temps because he got crashed out halfway. But nonetheless, what I'm saying was you have to tailor your car one way or another, or find that very, very minimal sweet spot. I don't know if really anybody had it. Maybe Jennings had it right for the right track temp. But I mean, that's a big track. That's a big temperature swing to set up a car for.
Yeah, I think these Last Chance boys had it pretty much down pat. You know, Swift Racing had a little bit of a moment there where I thought they were going to contend for the win, like around mid-pack or so when they all got up there, and I thought they would be able to be challenged for the win with Seth Berger and Max Service and Adrian Schumacher up there. Still all came around with good wins. You know, Seth came away with a top 5 along with Adrian, and Max got involved in that one wreck he had with Daniel Molinix, and unfortunately put him a couple laps down. But, you know, again, you know, like Kevin told us in an interview I had with him just now, these last chance guys are starting to show up at the right time, Emerson. You know, Jonathan Jennings winning last week. I don't believe Jeremiah's with them, but Jeremiah had a great win today. That puts 2 wins on him for the season, and it's going to definitely boost him in the points going into the playoffs. You know, like you said, we're getting now in the second half of the season. This is where everything counts now. You got to get ready. You got to get yourself mentally ready for what we got coming up. You know, we're going to the Big E next week, Eldora. You know, we have no idea what's going to happen there, and you never know how. You know, we saw how Bristol Dirt was. Kyle Lingerfelt winning there. I wonder if he's going to be able to possibly sweep the Dirt on the season and be able to get both the Dirt wins this year, and we'll see when we go there. But I'm looking forward to next week, and I know you definitely are. So we'll have to see when we get to Ohio, man.
Now one more thing. We now granted there was a morning race, but I asked you what you thought this race was gonna be prior to the show. Now that we finished 120 laps, what do you make of the racing at Michigan? And you know we got a league race 6 days from now in these cars in Michigan. What are you taking to it?
I'm scared. I'm scared. You know, it showed me that, you know, tires are going to be a factor. I know that because, well, one, we run a fixed setup. These guys are running open setups, which is a bigger difference. You know, they can tailor them to, you know, how you want to race it. You know, fuel strategy, I think, definitely will come into play in our race. I don't think we'll get there to that point, but I think we'll have some different strategies for us. And compared to these guys, you know, Jeremiah, you know, we know him. He's great at strategies. You know, he can fuel save it. I mean, he just saved 50 laps, Emerson. 50 laps of fuel. That's amazing. And it's just, you know, I don't know if we're going to get the same exact kind of racing that we had here tonight when we race here, but, you know, if it's anything like it, it's going to be exciting.
Oh, certainly. It's going to put on a show. But that's going to do it for tonight, and that's going to do it for the first half of the Outlaws Sim Series season. Coming up here on the channel, well, Ed, first, it's 4th of July weekend, so there's going to be a lot of series taking the weekend off. And the next series up is actually, well, us next Wednesday again. We'll be putting these bad boys on the dirt at Eldora. It'll only be a 100-lap show, so it's pretty much a dirt sprint race. And it should be a grand old time next Wednesday night. So we'll be taking another little week off there. We'll be back with Outlaws Sim Series action next Wednesday night at Eldora, round 19 on the season. Then the North American Race League is back in action from their 4th of July off week. They'll be heading over to Phillip Island with their Porsche Cup cars next Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The amateur race up first, followed by the Pro-Am race. You won't want to miss all the action from Phillip Island. And then next Sunday night, so in 10 days from now, the MPI Cup Series is tackling the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And again, it's going to be the old Atlanta. We don't have the new Atlanta here on iRacing just yet. But those, I mean, these NextGen cars are a good time to drive at Atlanta. I'm sure it's going to be fun to watch and check out all the action in 10 days' time from the Atlanta Motor Speedway down in Hampton, Georgia at 9 p.m. Eastern for the MPI Cup Series. Ed, got a little bit of a break here again. 4th of July weekend. I'm going to go eat hot dogs, pop fireworks, all that good stuff. And then we'll be back with dirt racing next Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to the dirt racing, but I will tell you, I was told by a good friend of mine that we may be getting that new Atlanta. I feel like we're going to get it. I'm excited.
Get it in 10 days?
That's what I was told. I was recently told we're getting an update on Friday or something like that. So I'm crossing my fingers now. I know you can't see me, but I'm crossing my fingers we get the new Atlanta by the time we get to the MPI Cup Series. I want to see it. I want to see it in action, especially with those boys. I know how they go with their super speedway racing. I want to see it happen. I want to see it in action, but I'm more thoroughly excited when we go to dirt racing in Eldora and next week, Wednesday. And those North America racing boys, man, get ready. That's going to be a wicked one. Yeah, if you guys never watched the North American Racing League, I definitely recommend you guys to go and watch. They put on such an amazing show, those boys. They, you know,
amazing.
They don't get enough credit to where it does. You know, Andrew and all the guys over there, they do an amazing job broadcasting that. It's a great series to watch. I watch it here when I can. When I'm able to be home, I watch it when I can. It's just an amazing show to watch, and they do such a good job over there. Andrew definitely grows great with the Pit Stop TV boys, but you know, our social medias, They do also a fantastic job. You know, Emerson, as usual. You do the social medias on those Thursdays whenever. And I do usually when I'm not here or on Sunday sometimes over on the Facebook.com/pitstoptv. Also on Twitter.com/pitstoptv_. Instagram.com/pit_stop_TV. YouTube.com/siege/pitstoptv1 where you can watch all the broadcasts and all that. And also some of you may be watching on the Twitch channel now currently to see these Outlaws broadcasts on twitch.tv/pit_stop_TV to catch all of our broadcasts. You can either watch it on the YouTube or Twitch. We broadcast it both. We also broadcast on the Facebook. I don't know what that was. That scared me. But, you know, we always put up an amazing show at Pit Stop TV, Emerson, and I'm looking forward to the future, what we got coming on for Pit Stop.
Absolutely. And, yeah. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap things up for tonight's race. That'll do it from the Great Lakes State. Fantastic show tonight, as always, with these fantastic NASCAR next-gen vehicles. We're happy to have had you all here tuning in and joining us for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Go out there and enjoy 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of y'all are going to have extended holidays this weekend. Enjoy it. Have spent time with family. Just go be proud Americans as y'all are. And for everybody else, of course, stay safe. Well, everybody stay safe and stay cool because it's getting hot up here in the Northern Hemisphere. And yeah, for all at Pit Stop TV, again, Ed Sure coming in clutch to join me on the mic as usual here for the Outlaws Sim Series here on Pit Stop TV. I am Emerson Arnold. Well, thank you all for tuning in once again. And we'll see you in 1 week's time. We'll see you in 7 days, about this time next Wednesday night for Outlaws Sim Series action from the Eldora Speedway.